two, one, two, one. Yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, la, 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 no, no. Yeah, 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 yeah. Um, on a Tuesday and it's Wednesday. Um, some of my stuff. Is my mic good? Hello, hello. I think it's all right. I might have to turn my music down just so you be all in my ear. All in my ear. Hello, are we good? Boom. You know what I mean? I said no to the hack because I literally don't care today. Hi. Hello, people. How art thou? How thou art thou thou art. I don't know what my necklace wants to do. You know, you do whatever you like. Cool. We're here. We're here. And we're here. We are now here. All right. My TV surprisingly is off. I don't remember doing that. I thought I had like ducks on or something. Oh well. Hi. Listen, it's Tuesday. Look, I feel bad sometimes, you know what I mean? Because, like, my bed, like, that's a whole mess right there. I get it, right? But hear me out, right? Like, if I get out of the way, you know what I mean? It's not bad, okay? It's just that this section right here, like right, like right, right there, like right behind me, like this right here, right? It looks crazy. My room's tiny, so like you can see everything. I just don't have anywhere to put those bags, you know? So that's just the way that it is, kinda. I think I have food on me. Anywho, you know what I mean? I don't know what to play. So I just cut this on just chatting for the moment. It will more than likely be changed. You know what I mean? It is what it is. For the time being. I didn't stream Monday. I for anybody who, you know, unfortunately pays attention to me, right? I didn't stream Monday because, you know, aftermath hits and it's bad. It's very bad. It's very, very, very bad, you know? I was just sitting there thinking, I was like, you know, should probably stream. But then I went to sleep and then I woke up and I looked and it was like 11 o'clock and I was like, oh my gosh. No. Because I'm not, you know, even if some people, you know, might have stopped by, you know, that would have been cool of them. Thank you, if you know what I mean, if you would have. I didn't want to do it to you, you know. That's not right. It's not right, man. I gotta keep on schedule, otherwise it's no schedule at all. So my apologies. At first I was gonna, you know, do like a whole bigger stream today, but aftermath, like, it's my off day of the week where I don't have to work my actual job. Um, so I've just been kind of home, laying about and whatnot. And I was like, afternoon's coming up. I should probably give like a good 4-hour full stream, you know, to make up for Monday. I couldn't do it, brother. I couldn't do it at all. I'll be honest with you. I really told myself no. I was like, no, sorry, Bobby. But I hope everybody's doing well. We had an excellent 25-hour stream. We got some followers. We made some new friends. I hugged you guys. You know what I mean? It was kind of nice. I'm not gonna lie. Hello, 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 Elora. Elora. Hi. I hope that you're doing all right. Look, okay. So ignore the cup, right? Well, don't ignore the cup. I kid you not. This is like my favorite cup. And I think it's one of those blender cups, you know? That you put the little attachment on the top. You know what I mean? Like, I've been drinking like a bunch of stuff out of this cup, and I don't know what it is, but I like this energy. Whatever this cup is emitting right now, I want all of it, you know? I've been good. It's been very tired. I did not want to move at all Monday after that 25-hour stream. I was like, But I went to work, and I came home, and I was like, oh, good God, I'm home. And then I just didn't wake up, so I didn't stream yesterday. But yeah. Otherwise, I'm fine. You know, I'm feeling good, happy. You know, nothing wrong in my world as far as I can tell. You know, at the moment. Well, I mean, we all have things we can talk about, but that's the point. You know, nothing in this current situation that got me freaking out. You know. Anywho, how are you, Mama Laura? I hope that all is well. Hype! Yes! Hello? Interesting. Crazy. Anywho, I don't know why. I just heard family in the background. It threw me off. Yeah. Uh-huh. I hope that you're doing all right, though, Laura. Said not too shabby. You just finished your enraging. You know what? And like, you don't have to entertain this thought. You know what I mean? But I've like, I like houses, right? And I like house arrangement and stuff like that, like furniture and all that kind of stuff. I'm that kind of person, you know? Like my Twitter, right? I got like a Twitter thing and an Instagram thing too, actually, called house porn, you know? And like, it's not what you think. Like, there's no like, you know, nothing crazy. There's no, you know what I mean? But it's just beautiful houses and stuff, you know? Beautiful houses, interesting furniture pieces, like innovative, retro modern, old cottages, like it, you know? But where I was getting at was, you know, is like when people like, you know, bring up homes and stuff like that, I always get really curious. And so like, now that you mention your kitchen, I was kind of curious of what your kitchen looked like, you know? It's just me being weird though, because like I said, I like home arrangement. Ignore my room. My room doesn't count. I can't physically do anything to my room, you know, aside from just like kind of toss my desk over here and then throw my TV over there, you know, like I can't do anything crazy. But I really like house arrangements and stuff like that. So I was kind of curious, you know. Sorry, ignore me. Just let me sip on my It's kind of good, you know. It makes me smile. I'm not even gonna lie to you. It's a cranberry ginger ale. I think it's the cranberry one. There is a grape one, a regular one, and then there's a pink one. And I don't know if the pink one's strawberry or cranberry, but I think it's cranberry because I think it tastes like cranberry. Or it's raspberry. Wait, I have to go downstairs because then I have to actually find it. But I'll do it later. You said you'll share one day? Heck yeah. I always like house arrangement. Like, if there's one thing that me and Lena argued about at one point was like, uh, how a house was situated. Like, there's a kitchen in the show that we were watching, and it's like you step into it a certain kind of way, but we couldn't tell if you had to step up into the kitchen or step down into the kitchen. And I was like, whatever this is, I love it. It got me thinking. No, I got you. You know what I mean? I understand being tired, especially from me being tired yesterday. I didn't even want to work, but I kind of did. I tried for the most part anyway. Said your kitchen feels like it. That's good. As long as your kitchen feels like a kitchen, you know? But like, how did you rearrange your kitchen? Like, did you just like resort where like dishes and stuff go? Or like did you like were you able to like move your oven or something like that? I don't know. I'm trying to like in my head, like I'm thinking you tore down the wall and then built another one over here with the nice, you know what I mean, alcohol island countertop that you can sit at. I don't know, some like crazy stuff. You have more to rearrange. I got you. Heck yeah. Ah, okay, okay, okay. That sounds powerful. I'm not gonna lie to you. Hmm. What to do? See, this is why I thought about getting House Flipper, but then I'm also thinking about getting The Sims, but I didn't want to get The Sims, right? Because The Sims will get really expensive if I really go and invest into The Sims because I'm gonna buy everything that I can. I'm not gonna lie to you, but like I like house building and house rearranging and like stuff like that. And House Flipper was like clean his dirty house and put stuff in it. And I was like, I think I can do that, you know, paint the walls and whatnot. Yeah, The Sims. I wish I could move my oven too. My oven, I can't stand it. No, okay, so I wish I could pull my oven out and like give it like legs or something. You know what I mean? Because like it's like I don't know what it is. The flooring over there where the oven is. So uh like if this were the oven, right? Like if you were facing the oven, like back here is where the clock is and stuff like that, right? It's sunk. So like the front of it is like up, and the backside where the clock is like leaned down. It's it's not super like this or nothing like that, but it's like so when I put a pot on the stove, the water just barely like pulls itself to the back because of gravity. And I'm like, why the heck is it like this? You know? Like me spend all your money on the Sims. Listen, that's a tempting offer. I'm not gonna lie to you. But there's like, you know, you have like the quality of life thing with the Sims too. And the thing that turned me off of the Sims to an extent was like the lack, in my head anyway, the lack of interactivity between like live players. You know what I mean? Because like of course you're gonna need like servers and all that good kind of stuff, but I mean people are putting so much money into that game that I'm just like, there's no reason why they can't do that. It's absolutely no reason. I have to buy the expansions. Ooh. Mm. Tempting. Put it in like creative mode and start building stuff. hmm But I mean, like, like imagine this, right? I load up The Sims and I'm just like, hey, Alora, you want to play The Sims? You know what I mean? And then we just hop on Discord or something like that. They load us into like one of the like the little mini areas that we pick, or have our save stuff into, and we can do quality of life stuff at the same time. Even if we don't interact with each other, if we wanted to, we could just walk up to each other in a goobada gabada ghost dad. Oh no. And then you'd be like, you know, shumalama shumalama himalala booba. Oh no. And then they shake hands. And then we go on about living life or something. I don't know. I don't mind it. I don't mind making like creating a Sims and doing it. It's just like so many games. It's okay, so I'm weird about this, right? Because there are so many games that I'm just like I like games that you can play by yourself, but I also like the fact that so many games nowadays are multiplayer, you know? So like you have a choice of whether or not you want to play by yourself. And there's like too many ways to, bring those bring the single player gaming lifestyle and multiplayer gaming lifestyle together. It's like GTA. You don't have to interact with another live player if you don't want to, but you can still live your life there and do whatever you want to an extent, you know? Mm, yeah. Yeah, like Stardew Valley is a great example. Very good example of it. Cuz you can just go in, you live your life in Stardew, and then you go on about it. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Cuz some people do like the have the availability of pausing. But like it's only like there's only some like it's only so many kinds of ways that you can interact with a player to player inside of the Sims itself. You know what I mean? So it's just like, ooh, potato got some food. Nom nom nom. Okay, so like I don't know. I don't know exactly how it's done, like coding wise and all that stuff. But Forza Horizon 5 is like a very recent game that did this. So like you can like it's of course a racing game. You're driving, you can go into a building, you completely disappear into this building, and you start building and customizing and painting and coloring and doing all the doodads with the vehicle, and you come back out and you drive around, you race against people, uh, you beat time scores and do mini quests and stuff like that, and you have a good time. You can even tune your car, right? But like when you're in that world with um, the other live players, you can still pause, and it'll literally just like make you like semi-invisible to where people just can't interact with you. You know, like if they're just like, hey, like I want to race or something like that, they can't do that. You'll just be like phase throwable. You know what I mean? Like kind of like a ghost mode, I guess. And then you'll like be like in the menu doing whatever you're doing, and then you can unpause and then be like right back in the world. You know? Yeah. But like Sims to me anyway, and this is the reason why I've always imagined Sims being a multiplayer game, is like outside of building homes, you you know you create a character to live a life, and you're interacting with all these NPCs, and it's just like at that point, it seems like a social game, you know? Because for you to live your life, you have to talk to people. You have to, find that NPC man or woman to be your counterpart, or your lover or whatnot. You gotta go to the pet center and go get that dog, you know? So it's just like, I don't know. I feel like I feel like The Sims is a very social game, and I think it would blow up. I don't know if it would like blow up or anything like that, but I think that the addition of the interactivity and like teamwork, like building a house together with another player, stuff like that. Like if you and your hubby were to play, right? You guys could be like roommates and like relive your whole love life together or something weird like that. But like you guys are like spies or something. I don't know. But it would just be something for you guys. Like it's social like that. Like it has the ability to do so many cool things. I don't know. It'd be like a lot of it's a lot of like cool things that you can do. Like there's a lot of potential there, you know? Yeah. The day to night thing in The Sims is a little weird though. The time, the time and day and all that good kind of stuff, you know. Boom, 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 boom. Excuse me. I had a burp. But I don't know. It's so many games like that that I'm just like, there's so much potential there, but it just it doesn't. They don't do it, you know. And like, it's kind of like GTA. GTA has been a long-standing game for a lot of years for multiple reasons, and one of the reasons is because it's a social game. No matter how toxic it is an extremely social game. It is you in a world with other people that are real, that are talking into a microphone just like you are. You know what I mean? It's social like that. It's the potential is they're tapping into the potential of what they can do with their game. And there's so many games that just don't do that. Like not every game can be a GTA, but like a lot of games can be a bit more interactive, in my opinion. Which is why if I were a game designer with millions of dollars, you know what I mean? Not even millions, an unlimited budget, because I don't know how much it would take. I won't say that I will steal from GTA, but I definitely like the concept of some of what they're doing in their game that I would add to mine, personally. Mm-hmm. But like, I get why you wouldn't do that, only because there's only so many servers you can have, and if you keep trying to make a new game with a different person and a different server, it gets weird, you know? Because you would play with, you could play a game with me, you could play a game with, uh, your kids, you could play a game with Lena, you could play a game with somebody else, and then everybody's doing that, and so there's just a bunch of servers of, okay, so like, which one am I playing today? You know what I mean? And it gets weird. And then you have to be limited. So they have to limit how many servers. Oh my gosh, I'm not even in focus right now. What the heck? Hold on. So my hand is like kind of clear. Peekaboo. Peekaboo. but I'm not clear. Am I not an object? Do I have to get in your face, camera? Help! Help me! Hold on. Yeah, I need another camera. This one does not like looking at me, dude. I don't know how I got ugly to it, but I'm gonna have to have a talk with you, camera. I might have to go get the good old 720p. This is the 1080 one. Right? This camera focus. I think having an option would do wonders for the game. Absolutely. Absolutely. I think for a game like that, they'd have to do. Um, I think that they'd have to do different styled multiplayer maps. You know. Um, but you know, I think it'd do great. I think it would be wonderful. They probably have to limit how many like servers a personal person can hop into or be a part of. Otherwise, they have to like delete their data from a certain server and yada yada this and that. That way, they can keep how many servers are being used at one time down. But I think they can do it. You know, because I'd love to be like, I don't know, some like weird photographer guy or something like that. You know, who likes building houses, and then run into, you know what I mean, a secret spy, and then take a picture of him, and then that secret spy is like, you shouldn't have did that, and then they try to kill me. But I mean, like, they're not gonna kill me because it's a sim. You know what I mean? They're just gonna be harassing me to delete the pictures. You know? I don't know. It's too cool. The options are real. And then if they were to like to incubate actually having like jobs in the game, it's like, oh my gosh, like it's like GTA Part 2, but you're not driving everywhere, you're just building houses everywhere. You're getting your money right and you're constantly building houses. That's literally it. You're gonna have a good old neighborhood watch team. You can travel together to different areas and bother other people, you know? Which of course is gonna be like limited, which is why GTA is where it is, because interactivity is completely like pure in GTA. You can do almost anything to another person aside from just talking to them. So why GTA is the way it is. But you know, Sims almost has it. Sims almost has it. Yeah, I think Sims almost has it, you know? I think I can make like two games that would do pretty well, you know? I think I could I think I could make two games that would do pretty well, you know, or innovate two games that would make them much more popular than what they are. You know what I mean? If only I weren't so blurry. It just feels awkward now. I'm just like, what the heck is going on, dude? Let me see. This is just so messy. Like, what happened? What happened? Why are you blurry? I mean, we can talk about it maybe, but let's see. Exposure. Whoa. I didn't know. There we are. No, we're not doing that. We're gonna leave that. Sorry, I'm not focused right now. I just fixed my camera. Yay! This is like 100 times better than what it was. If I do say so myself. Yeah. Yeah. I think, I mean, you do a little bit at a time, but you drop a chunk, right? And then you work on the chunk. And then you leave, and then you start adding the bits and pieces to, fill out that chunk and then turn it into whatever you're trying to turn it into while making sure that everything else is good from what the chunk actually was. You know what I mean? Oh yeah, I'm so hyped. I feel so happy now. My focus on this camera was like at an all-time high. You know what I mean? Which is weird. And I don't know why. It's just like we're cool now. But this looks 100 times better. I actually like this camera right now. Because I can actually see myself. I don't look that bad. I'm a little like, it could use some work here and there. It could use a little bit of work here and there. But I'm genuinely not mad at it right now. Oh my goodness. Oh. Oh. It's not natural at all. Let's see if I can get it back. Kind of. That's a little too blue. Okay. Brightness. Whoa! Oh! Yeah. Are they coming out with a Sims 5? Oh. Oh. Baby, why don't you just meet me in the middle? I'm losing my mind just a little. Oh, a lot. We can go black and oh my gosh, that's so cool. The black and white? What? Let's bring the color back though. Hold on. There we are. I'm having so much fun learning about my camera right now. I'm sorry. Let me focus. Backlight comp. Okay. My goodness. Okie dokie. I'm gonna save it there. Like long time simmers? Yeah. I think that Sims the day to night is too quick. You know what I mean? I feel like 2 days in The Sims should actually be 1 day. But that's me being weird, I guess, But like, okay, so like, that's the thing. It's like, this is still bothering me. Anywho, having like, what's the word I'm looking for? Having quick days is like, I, for somebody playing by themselves, I get it, But no, you know, if I'm playing with somebody, I wanna spend a little longer per day goofing off, working and doing all that kind of stuff and taking care of my character. Yeah. Sims has been around for a while, huh? It is a good game, though. It really is. That's just truth. Such a good game. Go. We're gonna call this what it is. I'm so happy. my camera. I think you see a little bit more of my features that I don't think that you should be able to see, but that's okay. We'll pretend like that's just life. You know what I mean? Uh-huh. Yeah, I get it. But like, I think my reasoning for why I speed up might be a little bit different, but like, I get it. It's not that I don't enjoy the days, it's just that they don't, it, unless I'm building, right, on my home, I don't, I don't really like, um, hmm, unless I'm like building on my home or something like that, or like just building houses in general, I don't really put the effort into enjoying a Sims day, you know? I want longer days, but I also want it to be like, I want there to be something there aside from the one, like the one part of the aspect that I like of the game that'll keep me, you know what I mean, not speeding up. If I said that correctly, I don't know. Yeah, they can for sure. They can happen really quickly, actually. Oh my goodness. Just be like, you know, now that my camera's like this, I low-key want to see if the stuff will actually appear on my TV a little better. But I also don't want to mess with my TV right now. Because, like, it's just off. It's a black screen. Look at my TV being a TV. Look at my remote and my messy bed. It's a clean bed, but it's a messy bed. I have, like, 5 blankets. No. 1, 2, 3. I think my 4th one's up there. Yeah. No, all 4 of my blankets are on my bed, actually. I have 4 blankets, not 5. I don't use all 4, but they're just up there. And I sleep extremely wildly on my bed. Like, I'll be like over here, right here on this side of my bed, and I like to let my feet hang out and like rest on my beanbag. Like, I'll be doing that, you know? It's actually kind of cool. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, bum, ba-dum, bum, bum, bum. You know what I mean? You have to tuck your feet into your blanket. You do that too? Oh my gosh. Friend. Well, I mean, like, not, they're not out of my blanket. It's just that they're like, they're in my blanket, but like, I clamp my blanket and then I put my foot onto my beanbag, you know? I like having my feet tucked into my blanket as well. You know what I mean? I don't like not doing that. But then there's some times that I like wake up and I'm just like, I need to get up very quickly. But my feet are like tucked and it's just like, I can't move. And I don't want to move, you know? Oh, trust me. You know? Sometimes I am a cocooner, all right? I am a cocooner whenever I'm asleep, you know? I really wish, like, this is like a weird wish, but like, I really wish, you know, that it was like that I like rested in my bed with more people. All right. There's only so many times I've like used my bed and like slept with somebody else in my bed. You know what I mean? But like that, you know what I mean? Like when I was a kid, brothers, cousins, like that was one thing. All right, we have our own space. But like someone that was like, you know what I mean? That wasn't family related, you know? I wanted to learn how to cuddle properly, you know, that weird stuff, you know what I mean? I don't know if it's proper. I'm pretty sure I'm an okay cuddler. But I don't know. Weird topic. We can move on. I'm sorry. I'm out of juice. I'm not gonna lie to you. I might need some more. You have the one blanket and then wrap another blanket around your torso so it can be around your face. Ooh, I feel you. So I get really hot. So like, I just need the blanket around my legs usually. Usually I just need the blanket around my legs. But then I have like the weird habit of putting the rest of the blanket up on me, and then I get to the point where I'm too hot to sleep. And so I have to wake up and then cool off, and then I'll go back to sleep, and then for some reason in my sleep I'll pull all the blanket right back up on me. And it's just a whole process. You know what I mean? Because I'm weird like that when I sleep. But I mean, like, yeah, but you know, like, I like I like human contact. I don't know. Like, I don't know if it's like I think it's like a love language for me that I just don't display. Alright, but like human contact for me is like it. So like if I'm sleeping in my bed, right, and have somebody for some reason, for some odd reason, you know what I mean? Like if I just have like, you know, maybe like a female friend or something like that, and we're relaxing and watching TV or something, and all of a sudden we get ready to fall asleep. Yes, rest on me. You know what I mean? But I don't know. No, I like that though. That's cool. You know, a little family bed. You got the kid with you. Do they get up on their own and then hop in, or like you just kind of hear them and you go get them? You know, that's cool though. Just kind of let the kid hop in the middle, and he's just like, boom. I like human contact though. That's all me. Is he? Heck yeah. Heck yeah. You guys are just sleeping. Turn over. Oh, you're here. Hi. Good morning, little angel. Don't know how you popped up, but you're here now. I got you. I like it. No, I like it. I like it. I like it. I like it. I like it a lot. Oh. And you know, that's the guess that's the life of having a child with you. You know what I mean, Alora? I respect it. Luckily, I don't think I've ever had to actually. Whenever I'd watch my brothers, because I used to have to watch my brothers a lot. I've actually watched, I've babysat every single one of them, including my older brother. Like, I don't think I've had a situation where they just been up like in the middle of the night. You know what I mean? And then been wandering around or something. Well, no, my older brother has. My older brother has, but it's just like, it's like, okay. Like he just kind of, he's one of the ones that you just kind of let him just go, let him do what he likes, you know? I hear you. I think it's a good skill, you know, for a child to be comfortable enough to sleep in their own bed. But, you know, as long as they're comfortable with that, and then they're just kind of like going in there to sleep in there because they want to, then it's just like, okay, cool. But, you know, so long as they are comfortable in their own space, you know, I do think that that's important for a child to have. It's their own little area. They can be in mine all day, you know. Like if it's my kid, it's like, okay, this is my kid. But, you know, I think it would be good for them to have their own area too. That's cool though. I like that, you know. Yeah. It's just like, I'm assuming it's just like a sleep insomnia, just really uncomfortable. You know what I mean? Middle of the night, room might be dark or something like that. A little uncomfortable, don't want to sleep in there. When I was a kid, okay, so when I was a kid, I used to stay at my grandma's house on my dad's side on the weekends every now and again, you know? I will tell you one thing. As much as I love them, as much as I love going over there, there's one thing that I always hated, okay? And it was literally the fact that they would cut all the power off, all right? TV and everything. And I get it, it's like natural for a lot of people to just be like, okay, lights off, power off, like let's go to sleep, right? But like, I didn't like that at all, right? I didn't like it when I was like staying at my grandma's house, living here with, you know, my mom. Nothing like that. I hated it. I like having sound, and I like having a light. You know what I mean? Because I want to see if I open my eyes. It makes me so uncomfortable and not be able to see. Like it was a really bad issue for me when I was a kid. I had problems with the dark. So, you know, they'd always leave the hallway light on for me, especially if I had to use the bathroom, because I'm gonna start screaming or I just won't get up, and I'm tearing that bed up. As a guarantee that I was probably at a very young age making that decision. Okay, so they left the hall light on for me, so if I ever had to go, I could just get up and go, you know. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Like, yeah, like I mean, like they would just, but it's natural. Like, you know, they're older people. You know what I mean? Like they just learned to cut all the lights off, and they would just go rest together in their bed, all the power off, and they'd go to sleep. And it is what it was. They lived in the country. You know, it wasn't. There's not a lot of cars traveling through there. It wasn't a lot of power going through there. So they're just like, all right, lights out, time to go to sleep, and they leave it at that. You know. But me being like technically a city kid at the time, even though, you know, it was like I was a hybrid of the mix, because I'd be in the city and I wouldn't act like I'm from it, and then I go to the country and then I act like I'm from the city or something. I don't know, weird things, you know. Like I would go over, I would go back to my grandparents' house and I'd be all tech savvy all of a sudden, but then I go back to like my mom's house or something like that, right? And it's just like, you know what I mean? I don't know how this thing works. You know what I mean? I'd be weird like that. But yeah, like they just leave like the whole life on for me. So one thing that I learned that helped me cope with having to sleep like that is I like having the TV on. I sleep with my TV on today. You know, all these other lights can go off. I don't care. The TV stays on. I just cut the volume really low. You know, I just pass out. Just and then I'll go to sleep. You know what I mean? I can sleep with everything off. I know I can. It's just that, like, you know, I feel more comfortable. You know what I mean? When I have like something chill on the TV, like if it's just like music or it might be like a stream or something like that, I turn it really low and I pass out and I go to sleep. Turn my head over and then go to bed. I'd have ducks on the TV, some nature. I go to sleep. You know what I mean? But I mean, I won't say that she has this problem, but like there were times as a kid that I'd be chilling, you know, okay, it's time to go to bed. I'd be like, okay. But I'd get really tense. The hall lights on and everything. But I mean, like, I get so nervous because I'm not used to the lack of power throughout the house, right? And I tuck myself under my blanket, all the like head and everything. I start sweating really hard. I hear sounds coming from outside of the room, and I'm not coming from under that blanket. And I'd hold that blanket, and at some point I'd pass out and fall asleep. You know what I mean? In fear. And then at some point when I see his daylight bleeding into my blanket, I'd untuck my head. But I'd lay there for like a strong hour unless like my grandma came into the room and was like, hey, it's time to wake up or something weird like that. You know what I mean? But like, yeah, like as a child, that was probably like my biggest fear. I'll probably be like 5 or 6. Probably my biggest fear as a kid. You know what I mean? Was just being in the dark. Throwing my head under the blanket didn't help, but that was like my only like defense. It was like, if I hold this blanket hard enough, nothing's coming into this blanket. It's just me. You know what I mean? But I get it. It created bad habits, but it also helped me sleep. Because, you know, I have the TV on. I like TV a lot, especially as a kid. So I would just sit there and I watch TV the whole time. Which is why it was good that at least over there at my grandma's house anyway, that they didn't just give me the TV. You know what I mean? At some point I started sleeping in the living room with the TV. I was cool. It was relaxing. I could pass out like that. It'd be all good. But when I was back there in my room, you know, at some point I got a TV back there and they were just like, okay, you can turn it on. But I don't know. It was weird. Yeah, we all need a means to cope. So your daughters, for you anyway, is to just find you. You know what I mean? So just go in there and lay with you. Completely understandable, you know? I didn't have that. So, not trying to be a downer here. Nothing weird. But whenever, is why I didn't do this. I didn't do what your daughter did when I was a kid. Alright? It's because I tried and I just get kicked out. I get kicked out immediately. You know what I mean? There was one time I was having a terrible nightmare. I couldn't turn on my TV. So my mom had a boyfriend. And he was like, you know what I mean? I'm assuming he was just like a very horny dude. You know what I mean? But I just be like, even if he wasn't there, right? I just go in there and I'd be like, you know, I had a bad dream. Goo goo gaga. Help. Right? It's just like, dude, go to bed, dude. And then, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was raps. I couldn't do it. I couldn't even go in there no more. Or I'd have my TV on. I have my TV on, might be on Disney Channel or something like that, and I'd be chilling. You know? And he just walk in and he cut the TV off. And I'm like, my room is dark. So I cut the TV back on, and then I go lay down so I can get ready to sleep. And he walked back in and he cut the TV off. I'm like, what are you doing? Hey, yo! I was like, alright, man. Alright, man. It was what it was, you know? He was, I don't know, like, I was a weird dude. Like, he's like, you would think he'd let me leave the TV on so he could do whatever he was trying to do. But, I don't know. Like, weird. Okay. It is what it is, you know? It was, you know what I mean? They were living their dirty 30s. That's all I can assume, yeah. My mom had me when she was like 22. My dad was like 33. And then, you know, they moved on. She ended up with that guy. And then, I think around then, though, I was probably like 5 or 6 or something like that. So she was at least late 20s for sure. I'm pretty sure he's older than her. Dirty 30s all day. All day. I find it funny every now and again, though. If I think back on it, I'm just like, oh well. You know, as somebody who is, you know what I mean, in their 20s, I'm in my early 20s. You know what I'm saying, growing into myself and whatnot. You know what I mean. I get it. I get it. It's just, you know what I mean. Just have their times, I guess. You know. Like, I'm currently like, I see people nowadays now, like I have friends and I talk to them and just like all dirty 30s mode. All of them. Just like, whoa, brother. You know what I mean? Let's play golf. You don't have to go over to the house right now, man. Let's go out. Let's go eat food, maybe. Spend some money. Or save it by spending money. I don't know. I find it funny, though. All dirty 30s, man. But it is what it is, you know? You know, I was supposed to, like, figure out what I was gonna do for this stream. But we're kind of vibing. I like streams like this because I can literally just talk. I want to, like, weird this might sound. I don't know if this sounds weird to people, but like, I like streaming because it's like, it's teaching me, right? In like a very weird way, even though it's probably not doing the best job at the moment. It's teaching me how to talk a lot, you know, and not just full on gibberish, but I mean, like, cause I can talk my butt off, right? But I talk a lot of gibberish. that's my leading flaw with me talking a lot. Streaming on Twitch and being on this camera is teaching me to just, like, you know, I can just make thoughts, not just talk about why the sky is made of banana pudding. You know what I mean? So we can just chill and chat. It's cool. Oh, you're absolutely right. I feel so bad too, because I don't remember, but I was like scrolling, right? And I just happened to be low key like lurking through Discord and stuff, and I popped into your channel and somebody was like, oh no, I missed your stream. And I thought about it. I was like, what? Stream? Like, no. I completely missed it. I don't remember if it was Monday or Sunday night though. but I did miss it, and I feel bad. It is. That's why I love communicating with you guys. Like, that's why I also love like really giving shout outs to those who pop in here and just, you know what I mean? Talk to me a little bit, because like every little bit helps. Like it's a win-win in my head, to an extent, of course, you know? Yeah. I really did miss your stream though. I feel bad. It's like there's no way I just missed the lure stream, you know? Not a Laura. Caught me sleeping. Oh, you didn't announce it? And it was Sunday? Oh my goodness. Was it after I streamed? If it was after my streamed, oh my goodness. Yeah. I probably wouldn't have been able to talk even if I opened the app. Oh my goodness. I would have tried. I think I would have tried, but I'm like, oh my goodness. Sheesh. I would have been loopy. Mm-hmm. Oh, by the way, since you're in here, because I like, it's one thing that I do that I was just like, okay, this is like kind of not fair, but like, I want to adjust it as best as I can, right? Yeah. I mean, you can. It's not bad. It's not as bad as you think, right? Well, I mean, situations a little different. You're a parent and whatnot, so you have things that you would have to do. You probably have to take a couple of more breaks than I would, even though I probably should have taken more breaks because I didn't eat as much. I did not, but I mean, you can sleep. You can sleep. Brandon can come on the camera for you while you go take a break or while you go sleep or something like that for a little while. Switch places and then come back and then keep the party pushing, That'd be cool. The energy reserves, yeah. So like, I got you. So, you start. I want you to start at like 12 in the afternoon, okay? Start at 12 in the afternoon. Just hear me out. 12 in the afternoon, you stream, okay? I don't know, what the limitations are of being in front of a camera before it's just like drained to zero, right? But if you hold on for like 6 to 7 hours, maybe, right? Of course, for you, it's gonna be like 6 or 7 o'clock. Brandon gets back around, switch places, bathroom break, you're gonna go rest. He's taking over for like 4 or 5 hours, right? You come back after those 4 or 5 hours, boom, the 24-hour stream is halfway done. Now you just gotta push. You just gotta push all the way up. You know what I mean? Until about 12. I don't want to say sit there till about 12 o'clock, but you know what I mean? You go make food every now and again. If you have a portable camera, take the camera with you so you can go make some macaroni and cheese or some snacks. Something cool, kind of, Come back, we'll chat, play some games. All the good stuffs. You know what I mean? And then boom, 12 o'clock hits. I don't know, but I mean, it just depends on how you want to do it, how because you come back at like 12 o'clock in the morning after you rest. Brandon can go to sleep. He'll wake up. Kids have to, you know what I mean, get taken care of. You know, he'll be around for all that. You'll be there as well if you need to just stop and then go take your break. You know what I mean? I just don't take as many breaks is my problem. But you can take as many breaks as you want to practically. Just keep the camera on. You don't have to be in front of the camera. Just take a break, you know? I gotta go. You know what I mean? Play some memes for the be right back or something like that. Play some clips of you. Like make a video of clips and stuff like that from past streams and things. Put a be right back on the screen, that way people have something to see until you come back, and you come back, boom. You know? Yeah. I feel you. I don't know if I want to do milestones by the 50s or by the hundreds. You know? But I like what we're doing. You know what I mean? Didn't you let me key. I mean, you know what I mean? You do so good, and you play Animal Crossing, and I wish I played Animal Crossing because I don't, and I low-key wish that I did. Oh, I kind of want to try it. You said something like 1,000 followers or partner or something. Ooh. You can probably do partner, but you would probably need to I mean, yeah, there's like little requirements here and there, but I'm pretty sure you can hit partner if you wanted to. I cannot hit partner. I have one thing that I'm missing that prevents me from hitting partner. I have one thing that I'm missing, I'm pretty sure, that is literally holding me back from hitting partner. You know what I mean? If it let me see it, I could tell you. It won't let me see it. But yeah. I think for me anyway, they're just like, hey, you need to get your average viewers up, and then maybe you could be a partner. If I'm into simulation games, I like it. Ooh, maybe, I don't know. You say you'll do a 24-hour if you make partner? I mean, so this is how it works in my head, right? Because partner is basically affiliate, but like the average viewers, like the average live watching viewers is much higher, right? So like for an affiliate, it's like you need 3 or something like that, right? But for me, yeah, I feel you. No, I mean, like, that's literally it for me. It's a viewership. It's like, but like the moment you threshold that 75 viewer mark, you're technically able to get 75 viewers into your stream, you know? So it's just a matter of figuring out how to get 75 viewers to average. And then you could touch partner, and then boom, it does. It kind of does indicate that you're verified to an extent, yeah. I always thought affiliate was it because, you know, you get affiliate, it's just like, hey, you can do your taxes with us now, and we can give you money if you do your taxes with us now. I'm just like, yo, really? Share. Let me have some tax money or something like that. I don't know. No, not let me have tax money. Let me pay taxes because I want to fill out this form and you give me money for paying taxes. Is what they're really saying. Well, you know. But I like Twitch. I don't mind Twitch. Twitch is cool for what it is. It's like I wanna like I wanna experience having that chunk, that huge chunk of people in there, you know what I mean? I don't know if I could do a shout out for a chunk of people, but I think it would be really cool if that were to occur, you know? Is there really so much between? Yeah, that's true. I don't know if I'd have to do anything more. Like, if I were to become partner now, or if you were to become partner now, right? After going through the process of, you know, doing the affiliate stuff, like what comes next? Like, do I have to do more forms or something like that? Or just like, you know, contracts? Something weird like that? I don't think all partners are under a contract though, you know? They have rules, but I don't think that they're all under contract. Hmm. You said platform issues? Like what? I know that there are like, you know, there's some disagreements that I know of from like Twitch and Twitch viewers and Twitch streamers that are just like, hey, we want to do this, but then Twitch is kind of like, no. Or like they'll be like, yeah, we're cool with it until somebody complains enough, and it's just kind of like, okay, no, we're not doing that anymore, you know? Like, it wasn't against the rules, but it also wasn't part of the rules. Like, it's not okay, but we never said that it was bad to begin with, you know? Like a morality check for Twitch. I don't know. What do you think? What caught your eye? You know what I mean? Do I have any of my water? I might go get another can. I smell food. All right, hold up. Be right back. Answer that question for me though, and I will be right back. If you don't mind answering, if you don't want to answer, it's fine, and I will just be right back. Probably just gonna go get a can, you know. Ooh, hold on. You said I think there's a really big issue with hate raids, and I like to see them resolve that thing and protect more of the marginalized creators here. I feel you. Hate raids are, you know what I mean? Hate raids are definitely like a no bueno for sure. Not cool. Can be scary. Just like throws you off guard, you know? Never experienced one clearly, you know, but that's crazy. That really is crazy. To be honest with you. I know the one that happened to Pokemon, but I don't know of many other people who experienced a hate raid. We'd have to look. That's what we might do today. We might do research on Twitch stuff. But I'll be right back. Hold on. Hello, hello, hello. Are we still here? Are we still live? My mic work? Is my camera blurry? I'm so glad I just fixed that. Oh my goodness. That camera issue has been bothering me for a minute. You know? But yeah, talk to me. Were there any other people that you could think of that maybe have experienced hate raids? Or were there any other problems with Twitch that, you know, that you would want to talk about? I went downstairs and I found a hush puppy, so that's what I'm eating. It looks like a little fried heart in my hand. Froggy! Creators being targeted? Yeah, no. It's not cool. Mm-hmm. A lot of minority groups being targeted over something. Little things like that, I feel you. Beep, beep, beep. No bueno. Not okay. Mm. So, you and I both stream, so we can both say this. You know, the reason why we cut on our camera is just to enjoy ourselves and play some games, you know? Or, you know, it could be a plethora of reasons. Like, aside from wanting to play games, like, you want to play games, I learn to talk more. You know, you want to learn to be more comfortable. You want to create a community because maybe, you know, in real life, it doesn't really feel like you have one or something like that. I don't know, but we all have a reason. And the only thing that I can say from the perspective of both of us being streamers is that, you know, we can, if we sit here long enough, that there are going to be people that come in here that, you know what I mean, that mess with you, you know, that like what you do and that enjoy you as a person, you know, in the same way that we can go into each other's streams and just have conversations, you know? Like, I can sit here and eat this hush puppy and at least, you know what I mean, I know somebody's not judging me, you know what I mean? I'm just kind of hungry. But I don't think I'd ever be I haven't ever experienced anything bad on this platform anyway. But like in my head, I you know, this is just like not everybody's gonna be like this, but like if I were to experience bad on this stream, you know, some being rude or something like that. I used to get a lot of if you want to get more followers and yada yada this and that, like I would just they would get banned. It's just very easy. But I've never had somebody just like purely come on here to harass me or something like that. So I feel like if something like that were to happen, it wouldn't stop me. You know? Because I know that, and especially now, I literally just had a 24-hour stream saying that a bunch of people that weren't like that followed and supported me at some given point and left their follow there for me to have reached 110 followers, which is what it currently is right now, you know. So if I look back on what I've achieved, I don't think that, you know, the one or two people or like a hate rate or something is just gonna like scare me away, you know. You guys have shown too much support to me for me to want to stop. Especially when I know that you guys are there who are still supporting me once the hate rate is gone and when the person who wants to harass me stops harassing me. You know what I mean? It is the importance of a community, you know? But it's not like that for everybody because somebody who might have been streaming or something like that who might not have reached like 110 followers or who never saw that as a goal, you know what I mean? Probably had something like that happen to them and then they're just like, well dang, you know? And they didn't feel like they had a community that really supported them after the fact or something like that, you know what I mean? I'm not everybody. I celebrate almost every little thing in my head because I'm just grateful like that. But you know, there could have unfortunately been those one or two people who could have been in my exact position. A hate raid happened to them for whatever reason, or somebody came in and harassed them, just a troll for whatever reason, and then they completely quit. You know, it's unfortunate. The only thing I could do is tell the person to celebrate what they have. You know, I really enjoy what I have. To be honest with you, like this hush puppy. I really like this hush puppy, but I wish I could stop chewing it. A lot of bread. Ah. Well, I almost got it. The red juice helped though. Well, I can tell you, it's cranberry ginger ale. It's cranberry ginger ale. Here, let me show you. This is like, if I'm not drinking regular ginger. Okay, wait. Like if this light weren't like right there, something like that. Like I don't know how light works. Like hold on, you can see it. I'm not sponsored, so it doesn't really matter. But cranberry ginger ale is like, it's like one of my favorites. Honestly, I like cranberry ginger ale a lot. But yeah, you know. People can be pretty hateful sometimes too, and it affects each person differently. You know, it's true. It's very true. Not everybody can react the same way, because not everybody's wired the same way. You know, you just have to, you know, Am I blurry again? Please don't tell me I'm blurry again, dude. I just fixed it. This camera is literally just the bane of my existence right now, dude. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Please tell me why you look like this. I look okay. Kinda. I guess. Should I do that and then just like cut my lights off? Can I do that and cut my lights off? Like if I cut my light right here, right? How do I look? Kinda crazy. Kinda crazy. Yeah, it's trying to like autofocus. I don't need it to autofocus. We can do that. There we go. Yeah. But, I mean, like... So, like, compensation off and sharpness up? Ooh, good idea. So, I think my low light compensation is on right now. I don't know why, but I think it is. Let's see. Where's my thingy at? There you go. You overlooked a broccoli? No. Is my sharpness up? Excuse me. Well, let me put my exposure back to where it was. Because I kind of like that better. I put up a lot of properties. Just give me a second to unclick all these. There we go. Alright. There we go. It's probably the best it's gonna be for right now. If it blurs itself again, I quit. I literally just need another camera. But I tell you what I can do that might help a little bit. Maybe. I doubt it. A little side light. I could like brighten my room up. I just don't want to like, I never focus the ring light on me. So what I do is I make my ring light like, and I probably should turn it up if I'm able to turn it up. I doubt that I can turn it up. Yeah, I can't turn it up, but I'll take my ring light and I literally like aim it at the wall, and the reflection of it aiming off the wall makes it like, is what gives me my light, I guess. Excuse me. Autofocus is weird. Like, especially when it activates, it's just like, eh. Let me do it for you. I just like, I don't want you to do it for me. Stop. This is the first time I've actually messed with that camera before, though. I've never altered it. It's just always decided to go blurry, and then it just does that. It's like, okay, you got it. But yeah, I don't know if I completed this thought, but you know, when you said you wanted people to feel safe, it's hard to see people have to endure it, you know? At the end of the day, right? And it's like a weird truth to it all, you know? It's an unfortunate truth to it all. Because everybody, you know, if everybody tried everything, right? If everybody had an opportunity to try everything, everybody's gonna say that there's something that they dislike, right? Even if it's for, you know, like the dumbest reasons. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know how to say this. I don't know how to say this properly without it coming out as like cold or mean. You know what I mean? Because like, I don't know. Maybe like, how do I word this? Well, okay, so we'll say it based on like, you know, the environment, right? So like we're all like, yeah, you can't. That's true. But like, if we base this off of environments, right? We had like maybe like 100 people who were wanting to be a streamer, you know, and so they all start on Twitch, right? The same 100 people, if they were the only streamers on Twitch, are all not gonna find the same success. And there will probably be some of the 100, unfortunately, that get, you know, that get that harassment, you know, or get that hate rate, or you know, get bullied or something like that, because you know what I mean. Like they're not what the environment via like a viewer or something like that, or you know, a consumer wants in their environment. You know, even if it was wrong of the, you know, consumer to do such a thing. And that streamer in turn is either going to stay there because they can, you know, they'll be like, you know, get off me. If you don't like me, go somewhere else. Somebody here will probably like me. And, you know, they'll probably go about the day, or they can't handle it and it'll just go to another environment. So then maybe they'll try and stream on YouTube, or maybe they'll try and stream on Facebook or something like that. You know what I mean? So it's like, I understand. Like, I understand wanting to, like, make sure that everybody is, like, has a safe space, you know? But maybe their safe space just isn't here. Because the environment that they found themselves in, or the consumer that found themselves, you know, looking at that Twitch streamer, decided that, you know, it was harassment time, or, you know, they wanted to be mean, or, you know, I mean, like, it's, they wanted to create conflict where they probably shouldn't have made conflict. So, like, eh. Yeah. Yeah. But it's like, you need fortitude before, you know, even if you're prepped, you still need the fortitude to be able to deal with what you're dealing with. You know what I mean? You can have like, you, if, I don't like, I always do analogies and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like, okay, so like the thing is like, in a situation like this, right? A person, a person can have every gun in the closet to protect their home, right? A streamer can create the best. Excuse me again, coughing because of my drink. But a streamer can have like the best community possible. Um, as much support as they need, so that they can continue to stream. But in the situation of the house, if there was a robber who came in the house and you were too scared to reach into your closet where you have every weapon in the world to protect your home, you know what I mean? What do? You know what I mean? It's not going to end well. I think that mental fortitude is a really important thing to have before being prepared. But like if you include having the mental fortitude within your preparation, then I get what you mean. Yeah. Yeah. I got you. I don't know if it was a hush puppy or that drink, but it's got me coughing. Oh well. Yeah. It is. I'll tell you, one of the strongest people. I won't, one of the one of the strongest people that I've ever seen on Twitch. And I don't mean in the sense of like working out. He's a big person, like he's physically tall, you know what I mean, big stature and whatnot, you know what I mean. But there's this person, all right, who started streaming. He's a newer streamer, very vulgar and does not care, but he's very funny too. All right, his name is he's not online right now. Golly, but his name is Jojo the Mofo. Jojo the Mofo. Okay, but lurk safely. Tell your partner I said hello, and to sleep on his side of the bed, very comfortably, you know. But excuse me. Uh, Jojo the Mofo, right? He's friends with another streamer, which fortunately for him, got him a helped him get a good following and whatnot. You know what I mean? But there are people who are just like, he clout farmed or he clout chased and all that kind of stuff. And literally, I don't want to say like he's fully got it yet, but I will definitely say that he is slowly but surely created his own community out of the people who might have, checked him out from another person's community, and he's doing a great job at it. This cough is bad. I'm glad I'm in my own home. Excuse me. Hello, COVID. Golly. Are we good now? Why not? Golly, dude. Look. But yeah. But yeah. And I just mean like, even for those who are just like, oh yeah, like you're a platformer, like you're just riding off of this other streamer that's popular and yada yada this and that. Like this dude, like, I mean, he'll just sit there in front of his camera. It's just like, get off me, F you, he doesn't care, yada yada. And it's not like he doesn't care. He cares. He absolutely does care. It's just that he has values and he has the fortitude that keeps him on the path that he's in of doing what he wants to do and enjoying himself in the process. And he's not gonna let, you know what I mean, people who tell him no make him stop, you know? And to me, that's a strong character. That is a notably strong character because you physically see that there are people trying to diss him. And that there are people trying to diss his friends. And so he goes out of his way to defend them. Or he defends himself and then he also defends himself. You know what I mean? And gets these haters up out of here. You know what I mean? It's a strong, very strong character. Very respectful character too. You know what I mean? And now he's just, you know what I mean? He's doing his things with his homies and making great videos and content. He's funny. Fun to watch, fun to enjoy. For me. He might not be for everybody, but he has a excellent personality. Excellent personality. Very good personality though. I vibe with him. But yeah. What do you think? What's there to do? Probably put on a video. I think I'll just put on a video for right now. You know what I mean? We're not doing much at the moment. I don't see a problem with putting on a video. Hi, Laura. I'm not gonna lie to you. I kind of want a new phone. I kind of do, but there's like no good phone cases. Like my phone, Pixel phones. Okay, spoilers. I have a Pixel 5a. Okay, I love this phone. Okay, but my problem is that there is no market for cases and screens for these phones, and it sucks. So I'm like, why? You know what I mean? Like I was thinking about trading this in and getting a 7, right? Because I was just like, I really don't use the aux cord in this thing aside from when I'm at work. And I barely do it then, you know what I mean? But then I was also kind of like, you know, I could just keep this phone and not worry about it because I'll be done with me to do that, you know? But now I kind of want to. I don't know what I should do about watching the videos, but yeah, I like our talks a little. I'm not gonna lie to you. You know what I mean? I feel like we have very like good conversations. You know what I mean? That a lot of people can speak on, but it's like such a like it's not it's like it's not always like a fun topic or nothing like that, but it's still an excellent topic to speak on, you know? Every time I get on YouTube and I want to watch a video, I want to watch a video on food. Can I be honest? Like I literally just want to watch a video on food. Specifically when my YouTube's on and I'm streaming. It's just food for me, you know? Like I'm looking at this chicken parmesan and I'm also looking at this cheese toast. I'm just like, this looks so good. But this is like, should I watch it? You know what I mean? Because I'm kind of like, I'm craving chicken parmesan and I'm also craving this cheese toast at the same time. I don't even know what it looks like. It looks like a grilled cheese. You know what? All right, hold on. Because I'm pretty sure we couldn't hear anything right there. This is the wrong one. There we go. Yes. Some garlic cheese toast. It looked like he threw egg in there. She was like, I mean, okay, but I just want the cheese toast portion, kind of. Some honey? Really now? We can talk about it. Okay. That sounds crazy. Is he using a blue jean napkin? Can we talk about this? That bread looks so good. That bread looks so good. Fluffy bread? Stop it. Look at how we sliced them. I got you. Yeah. So don't separate the bottom portion. His cuts are so clean too. sugar. I don't think I need all the sugar. Is garlic toast sugary? I never thought it was, but if it is, you know, look at it. Stop smacking it, please. That does look good, though. Oh, so the egg was a breakfast one. Okay. Oh. Some salt on it? Okay. And then the little thingy. I'm sure that's okay. With the egg anyway. I think I'd like it more if it were just the little cheese pulleys that he did. Oh, that's disrespectful. Alright, it was one more. I know I saw it. Yep.
It's hard to believe Mint's new family plan is just $15 a month per person. So I've asked my wife and plan member to back me out. You're not my wife.
No, I just stand in for her on set during the boring stuff.
The boring stuff. Are you kidding? I'm announcing a family plan where just 2 lines gets everyone the $15 price. I'm literally revolutionizing the category.
Yeah, she owes me huge for this one.
Can you please let her know I'm upset?
Really?
No. Don't tell her I said that.
Welcome back to the Weber Kettle series, brought to you by Fogo Charcoal here on Chud's Barbecue, everybody. My name is Bradley Robinson, and today we're making up an absolutely fantastic grilled chicken parm. Coming up!
I want chicken parm. I've been craving this for a while, and I've just been too lazy to attempt to cook anything.
These are some chicken breasts. Pat them dry. Just some average chicken boobs from the grocery store. Nothing fancy here, folks. Boneless, skinless, tender has been removed. And now what we need to do is butterfly this out because it's really uneven. It's thick on one end, thin on the other, thick over here, thin over here. So by butterflying it, we're gonna achieve even thickness and a wider surface area. So starting on the thick end, I'm just gonna take my knife here and just start cutting. We wanna cut almost all the way through so we can then open it up and we've got a beautiful looking butterfly chicken breast. At this point, you can get yourself a little meat mallet like this or a small saucepan or anything you got and just start pounding it just to help flatten it even more. And if I was gonna be doing a traditional chicken parm, I would go much thinner than this, but because we're grilling this off, I still wanna have some meat to it so it doesn't completely burn up. So that is looking pretty good to me. Not much to it, folks. You don't wanna hit this too hard because you can start to break and fray the edges. Beautiful, same thickness all the way across. And to season these up, I'm gonna go on with some kosher salt, both sides, as well as some 16 mesh black pepper, some granulated garlic, some oregano, and a pinch of some red chili flakes. And I've seen a lot of recipes where people don't season their chicken breast and just kind of rely on the sauce and the cheese to do all the flavoring for them, but I think that works a little bit better when you're frying this because you can season the flour and the breadcrumbs. I'm also gonna hit these with a little bit of some olive oil. Add some flavor and it's gonna help with the grilling process a little later on. Yeah, beautiful. Now into the fridge this goes to let that salt start to do its thing. Next up, let's make sauce, starting with some pancetta.
Some pancetta.
And we're just gonna cube this up. And if you've never heard of pancetta before, this is essentially Italian bacon. And if you can't find it, regular bacon will work just fine. Gotta say, that's some beautiful looking stuff. But like I said, we're just gonna cube this up into nice little 1/4-inch cubes. And not all chicken parm recipes call for pancetta or bacon, but you know what? This is a meat-centric show, so I think we're gonna have to include it. And might as well go with a lot. Am I right? Beautiful. Into the pan we go. As well as a little drizzle of some olive oil. And we're just gonna let these cook down until they are nice and crispy. Once they're starting to look crispy, but not quite there yet, we'll go in with so I think we're gonna have to include it.
Hold on,
and might as well go with a lot. Am I right? Beautiful.
There's no way.
Into the pan we go.
Did you see that?
As well as a little drizzle of some olive oil. And we're just gonna let these cook down until they are nice and crispy. Once they're starting to look crispy, but not quite there yet, we'll go in with some onion. And let that get nice and soft. And once our onions are looking nice and translucent and our bacon is looking nice and crispy, we're gonna go in with a couple of cloves of very thinly sliced garlic. And these are gonna take just a few seconds to cook and get nice and toasty. This smells absolutely fantastic, folks, gotta say. And also to add some more depth to our sauce, at this point we're gonna go in with a couple of squirts of some tomato paste that we're just gonna let fry up for about a minute or two. Kind of take that raw edge off of it a little bit. And then right as you're starting to worry about your tomato paste and your garlic starting to burn, we're gonna go in with 1 can of San Marzano tomatoes. These are the whole tomatoes, but you can easily use crushed or whatever you can find. And we're just gonna get these nice and mixed in, kind of breaking them up with a spoon a little bit. Once up to a simmer, we can go in with the rest of our ingredients, which includes some dry oregano, a pinch of some red chili flakes, and a bouquet garni, which is a fancy way of saying some fresh thyme and fresh basil that are tied together with a little piece of string, so we can pull them out so we don't have a bunch of woody stems and leaves.
Just a little bit.
And now we're gonna let this simmer away for the next 15-20 minutes. We'll check back in.
Hold on.
And just like that, after about 30 minutes, our sauce is
about right
done
there. I
and
think that's
looking
okay.
beautiful, I must say. About halfway through, this is starting to look a little dry, so I added about a cup of water, which really helped out the texture. And then I took my emulsion blender and I gave it just a couple of quick pulses. That's mostly to break up the pancetta and any.
He threw a little tablet thing on that wood table that his hands are on, and all of a sudden that thing is hot, and I don't get it.
Looks like that contained most of the stems. And then we're gonna top it off with a little bit of Parmigiano Reggiano. Cause why not? Get that all nice and mixed
why
up.
not?
And the reason I didn't add that earlier is
How are you, by the way, Aaron? I hope that you're having an all right night tonight.
Our beautiful sauce is done. Let's give it a taste real quick. Oh, that is phenomenal. Nice and meaty. A lot of pancetta in there. Not mad about it. It's also at this stage you could add some sugar. A lot of recipes call for that, but I don't think it needs it. This is a nice, savory, tomatoey sauce. So, set this aside to keep warm while we fire up the pit.
Now he's pulling out the little pit. What the heck happened?
A boutique handbag brand, Andy, and this is.
While we wait for that chimney to light up, let's talk about cheese. Now, according to my research, the cheese of choice for chicken parmesan is Polio whole milk.
I don't even know what he put in the grill. What the heck happened?
I couldn't find it. But at my third stop, I did find some of this. Boom. Polio whole milk mozzarella that's been smoked. And I think that's going to work out perfectly. Let's shred this up. Beautiful stuff. Nice smoky color on there. I'm really glad I didn't have to smoke this myself. Going through the standard cheese shredding size hole on this box grater, y'all. Oh, that is lovely. Good stuff. Not today, Mr. Box Grater. You're not taking any fingernails today. Beautiful. And into our bowl here, we're also going to go with some Parmesan, because that is why it's called chicken Parmesan. It's not true at all, but let's see how many people yell at me about that in the comments. Oh yeah, get that nice and mixed up. Beautiful. Rocking a super simple setup on our Weber kettle today. No baffles, water pans, drip pans, anything fancy like that. Just some charcoal on the charcoal grate, the way Weber intended it back in 1951. And now, simply enough, just gonna grill these off. Beautiful.
Okay.
I'm worried about this guy falling apart, but maybe I'll just make 2 small ones out of it. Really not much to do here, folks. Although, since we're going classic grill on this thing, maybe I'll give these the old quarter turn.
That does look good.
Get those dad grill marks going. And these are real thin, so we don't want to go too far. Keep an eye on them. It's going to be a real quick cook. Perfect for the weeknight dinner. Now, when thinking about this recipe, I was really close to doing a whole panko situation, cooking them hot and fast offset. But then I thought about it, and I've never really seen anyone do a grilled chicken parm, and it seems like a pretty obvious thing to do. Still get some good flavor, peppers. Cooks up real quick and easy. And you know, chicken breasts are pretty
That
boring.
looks so
I figure
good.
if we cover them with a beautiful pancetta-filled sauce and top them with cheese, probably the most exciting thing you can do with a chicken breast.
It might actually be
Very
time.
nice. It's been about 4 minutes at this point. These things are almost done. Love it. Little guy, done first. Looking good. Coming off. In the thick part, this is right around 145, 150, which is ideal because we're going to finish these off once we put the cheese on. Onto the sheet tray they go, and we're going to top these off with a lovely, healthy portion of our beautiful sauce. I've been eating spoonfuls
Oh
of this
my
thing for the
goodness.
last little bit because it is very tasty stuff. Ooh, looking good. And now for our cheese. First, I'm going to go on with some fresh mozzarella. That's just going to give us
Okay.
that nice creaminess and that wonderful stringy cheese pull. And then we're going to top
Yeah.
that with a generous amount of our low moisture smoked mozzarella and our Parmesan mixture. Oh, yes, please. Because what doesn't sound good about that? Because I like it cheesy. Ooh. Mm-hmm. That's a lot of cheese. Oh, yeah. Love it. Back on the pit we go. Beautiful. And with our lid on this side,
Are you
as
quoting
well,
Mulan
around
to me,
400
Emerald?
degrees,
Also,
which
hello.
should be good enough to get that cheese nice and melty.
Dishonor on
It's about
you.
10 minutes of
Dishonor on your
cheese.
family.
Ooh.
Dishonor on your
And
cow.
melty, nice and gooey. But I think to get that classic chicken parm look, we're gonna have to give it a little bit of help.
We are men in
Oh,
the
there we go. Who needs a boiler when you got a torch, am I right? Looking good to me. Ooh, cheese pull.
Mysterious
confirmed.
as the
Now,
dark
I wasn't gonna
side
plate this
of
up, but
the
I'm more of an eat
moon.
off the cutting board kind of guy. Looking beautiful, gotta say.
How you doing, man? I hope you're doing all
Nice
right.
and cheesy. And for a little garnish, we'll top it with some freshly chopped fresh basil and some fresh parsley as well, just because I have some on hand. And there we go, folks. The grilled chicken parm is done. Oh, look at that cheese pull. I mean, what's not to like about that?
I'm not
All right,
gonna
let's
lie
dive
to you.
in. These
All
are
right.
the better smelling days we've
All
had
right,
on
you know what I
Vods
mean?
Show,
Like,
folks. Beautifully cooked
like
chicken,
we're-
nice amount of sauce.
it could be better.
nice cheese. That is phenomenal.
I feel you, brother.
So good. That sauce
feel
is
you.
incredible. Perfectly seasoned. Cheese is nice and stringy. It's so good. I lost my fork. Unbelievable.
That does look good though.
That was a hot one. That is the best tomato sauce.
Maybe
I've
some
ever
chicken
made.
parmesan will
When
hit
you
the
have
spot
chicken
for
and
real.
Stuff, it always comes out great. Pancetta. Sorry. You know, I really thought I'd be missing
I
the
know some
crunch
quite
from a
shocking
traditional
news today.
chicken parmesan, but this is perfectly fine without it. Oh, it's so good. The sauce has got so much flavor, and because I only pulsed it, I didn't fully blend it.
no.
It's still got nice big chunks of pancetta.
I'm
in
assuming
there.
that
Very
it's
tasty
not a good
stuff. And
shocking.
the charcoal flavor is just a very nice addition to all this mozzarella. Chicken breast, nice and juicy. All the herbs are coming through real nice. And of course,
I
all
got you,
this
guy.
beautiful cheese. And I don't feel that bad about eating it. You know, usually when I'm eating a chicken parm, that's a lot of cheese, it's a lot of sauce, and it's deep fried. So this one's technically slightly healthier. Or it would have been if I didn't add all that pancetta. It's so good. So good. Y'all definitely got to give this a try, folks. I'm telling you. This is definitely
chicken
gonna stick
different.
around for a weeknight dinner. If you just bought yourself some chicken cutlets and made a big batch,
I
of
keep
sauce
looking
in the
at it,
fridge, this would
and
go
I'm
together
seeing
so
how
good.
like the
I really don't understand why you don't see this
the
more
sauce
often.
is
I know it
hitting
sounds
just in
boring to
between
grill
the
something that's
cheese and the
traditionally
grill.
deep-fried, but it's a totally different experience. And it's so worth it.
I
It's
just
also
want him
amazing
to
how
make like a
well-balanced
plate, maybe
everything
put
is
some noodles on the
flavor-wise.
side,
Yeah,
or
the
like
sauce
throw it in a
is so
sandwich,
packed with
maybe.
flavor that it really makes up for the blandness of chicken breast and honestly mozzarella. Very good stuff. But I think we
Chicken
all
cordon
know
bleu?
what time
No, it's chicken parmesan.
it is. All right, y'all, and that is it. That is how to make some absolutely fantastic grilled chicken parm. I highly recommend giving this one a try. There's something about that grilled chicken flavor that mixes with...
We're doing beef chuds.
What's going on, everybody?
Let's get it.
Welcome
I don't
back
know why he's
to
screaming at
Tyler's
me,
Barbecue. My name is
but whatever.
Bradley Robinson. And today, I'm going to show you how I made this beautiful, delicious, beefy,
We're beautiful
smoky
now.
Texas-style chili with Frito pies. Coming up, it's that time of year again, folks. And growing up in the Northeast, nothing warms your spirits on a cold winter's day quite like a hearty bowl of chili. Up there, chili is typically made with ground beef, dry spices, some tomatoes, some kidney beans, and is served in a bowl and eaten more like a stew or a soup or something like that. Down here in Texas, though, they feel a little bit differently.
0 beans in chili. I will die on that hill. No f***ing beans in the chili.
Texas-style chili, aka chili con carne, is made with all beef and some chilies, and I tend to think about it more as a condiment or a meat sauce, something you'd find on a chili dog, a chili cheeseburger, or the most popular dish around these parts, the Frito pie. That being said, today we are making Texas-style chili, and it is going to be delicious.
Hey, Huntsville. Google Fiber is expanding in your area. We're bringing award-winning
Google
gigabit
Fiber.
internet to
Emerald, I don't see it. Maybe it's just loading or something though. It just keeps telling me to wave to you.
To up the beefiness of our chili and add another layer of flavor, we're gonna add some beef
Hold
sauce
on.
down the road to help thin out our meat. But not just
The
any
goal for the
beef sauce.
backyard.
We're gonna
Chicken
put
Parmesan's the goal for the
on it,
backyard?
Some beef feet, some beef marrow bones, some neck bones.
Oh, maybe you whispered it to me through
Snacky poo along the way. And then some more neck bones. But first things first.
through
we need
Twitch.
beef
Yeah, it
sauce.
was
So
through.
on to
Okay,
the
yeah.
they go. Nice and toasty. Just
Yeah.
like in
I was looking at
Cookie
Discord, my bad.
Stock video, we are just gonna roast these bones around 300 degrees, 250 for a good hour or so. Just get some color on there. Start building those layers of flavor.
Layers of flavor, brother.
Might have to make a beef neck video. These are looking pretty tasty. You can find these bones.
Felix,
at
you
pretty
doing
much
all right
any
today, bro?
grocery store. You just gotta check
How are
the
you?
freezer section. If not, you can always just ask your butcher. They're always trying to get rid of bones.
Okay, wait, but I don't have a smoker. I actually don't know how to smoke things. That's like, I won't say it's the only thing I don't know how to do, but I want to learn. The video kind of quiet.
1 hour later, we got some beautiful color on these.
There you
I'm
go.
looking to get them
Is that a bit better?
Add some nice smoke, some nice charcoal. This is also a great time to dip in there, pull out some
Oh,
butter
yeah.
in there. I'll throw it on some toast.
Some education, my dude.
But you know the drill. Into the pot they go. How you doing? Hello. Smells so good. After topping this pot off with some water, we're just gonna fire it up, bring it up to a boil, and let it simmer for a good few hours. While we're at it, we'll throw in a couple cloves of garlic, skin and all, a little handful of black peppercorns, and a couple of bay leaves. And that is the base of a very delicious beef stock. Now that our stock is cooking away, let's talk about beef. When it comes to beef for your chili, you can use pretty much whatever you want or whatever you've got. Ground beef would be perfectly acceptable, but it's also a great opportunity to get rid of any leftovers you may have. Any leftover barbecue, burgers, steaks, is all getting cooked through and stewed together anyway.
You said Twitch lowers the volume. It probably
However,
does.
I've got 3 cuts of meat.
But I mean, I don't have it.
Sirloin, some brisket, and a chuck
I don't have it
roast.
as loud as my
Once
microphone. My microphone's actually set a bit louder than it, so I can turn it up
The
some.
brisket, I'm gonna season it up
Like
like
that.
normal and throw it on the offset. So I'm gonna
And
just
if
hit
that
it
helps
with
you,
some
like,
salt and
let me
pepper.
know. Or if it's too loud, I can drop it back down.
Beautiful.
It was
Now
probably
get
just me
your
not
edges,
having it up
folks.
where it needed
Even
to
if it's
be.
going into a chili. For the beautiful chuck roast here, I'm gonna hit it with some chud rub. Any rub you got will work fine. And for this chuck roast, I'm gonna throw this on the MCB mini chud box, that is. And you certainly don't have to do this. Oh, hello. We're gonna taste this chili for seasoning down the road. For me, it's a lot easier to visualize the amount of seasoning to put on a piece of meat than it is a big pot full of chili. So I like to get this going, at least get us in the ballpark of the right seasoning. And also the pepper's gonna cook on the smoker and give us some beautiful flavors. As for the sirloin, I'm just gonna salt this now, but we're gonna grind this up raw and we're gonna cook this later on. So, onto the smokers we go. Got this beautiful brand new 115 all fired up. Wanna throw it on? See what it can do. It's a heavy door. Just gonna smoke that for, I don't know, good amount of time. Again, it's all going into chili. It's gonna be all cooked down anyway, so just trying to get some
So it
color
sounds
on it, get
perfect?
some smoke, maybe
Excellent.
build a little bit of a bark. As for this bad boy, tread box already fired up. Sizzle, sizzle. We'll check back in a little bit. It's been about 3 hours and this stock is reducing. I've added water a couple times to make sure it doesn't go down too
Hold
low, but
on.
looking and smelling really nice. Out here, Chud
Oh,
Box has
Lena
been
brought the
holding
ice cream
steady.
and
This
the
guy's got a
soda.
beautiful
What?
crust
That's
on
a
it.
float.
Smelling
Yes,
fantastic. Probably gonna pull
ma'am.
that off. Then over here, this 115 is cooking like a champ. That thick steel
good to
is
have you in here,
really
Lena.
helpful on this colder
Hi.
day. But in here, our brisket is looking good as well. Probably let that go for a little bit longer.
Oh, that looks kind of cool.
Nice.
What is he
press.
doing? Oh.
After a good
thought
5-6
he-
hours of
I
simmering,
thought
this
he was
stock
soldering
is
the
looking
meat.
nice and dark, smelling really good, and I think it's time to give it a
I
stretch.
thought he
Which we're gonna
had
do by
the
simply
torch.
pulling out all of the big bones. This is my little
He
perforated
was
half
welding
pan here.
the
With all that
bones.
beautiful stock strain.
Oh
through.
yeah. Hey yo.
Tell you what, folks, if you haven't made your own beef stock before, it's definitely worth doing at least once or twice. It also freezes really well too, so you
I don't
can
know.
put
This
in
is
ice
Chud's
cube
barbecue.
trays
It
or
might be him.
whatever you want. Save it for whenever you're making a nice soup or you need a good pan sauce or something. Now we're just gonna pass this through a fine mesh strainer just to get out all the particulates. And you can tell by that color that this is going to be a super flavorful stock. Oh yeah. Chuck roast is off the pit. Brisket is off the pit. Chuck roast took a lot quicker. I let the brisket stay on for a while because I decided I'm going to finish making chili tomorrow, although this could easily be done in one sitting. But for now, I'm going to put this in
Maybe.
some quart containers and let it set up
No.
overnight. And I'll check back
I'm
in
not
with y'all
sure.
in
I'm
one
not gonna
second.
lie to you.
Stock is
I should
solidified.
probably look at
Meat
Epic
is
Meal Times
cooked.
to make sure.
Now let's talk
But I
about
wanna
the
see
chili
the beef
portion of
chuds.
our chili. What I've got here is an assortment of chilies. I got some New Mexico, some chili de árbol, some Californias, some ancho, and some booyah. You can find these at any Mexican grocery store or little market. And we're simply just gonna go through all of these and take off the little ends. Don't want any of that woody bit in there. You can go around and remove all the seeds if you feel like. I typically don't. I don't mind a little extra heat in my
Talk
chili.
about it.
And you can use pretty much whatever chilies you like, depending on flavor. Try them all. Make your own custom blend. I don't stress too much. I like a nice variety of chilies. As you can see, a lot of these
F
seeds fall
around
out
and
anyway,
find
there's no real rhyme
out.
or reason to how much I'm going to use here. I'm just going to make a big chili paste and add as much as I see fit. The only thing to worry about is the spicier ones, like these arbals. Only a few of those, because we can always add some more in later. But that being said, now I'm going to hydrate these in my pan here using some of our homemade beef stock. And as you can see, we're left with a super gelatinous, ooh, very good smelling chili stock.
That didn't sound good when he did that. He said,
toss
ugh.
all of our chilies in. Basically,
That
all we're
didn't
doing now
sound
is
like
gonna
it smelled
hydrate these
good.
chilies, soften them up a bit so we can blend them into a chili paste. After about 5-10 minutes at a nice boil here, these chilies have softened up and the flavors have been awoken in this beautiful beef stock. So now we're going to toss them into the old Vitamix here and blend it up into a wonderful chili paste. We're going to go in with some of the stock as well to help loosen everything up. And we blitz.
It looked like you put everything in there. Yeah. Get your sinuses different, sir.
Gotta remember to plug it in first.
Talk about it. What's the channel I'm watching called? It's called Chud's
Go
Barbecue.
to every computer in your house, your mom's, your dad's, your sister, your brother's computer, and
Barbecue.
install Honey. Wait, Mom, before you
BBQ.
check out,
Chud's Barbecue and
Now
foot
to talk about this
massage.
sirloin that has yet to be cooked. This is still raw. Had a nice dry brine yesterday on it. And to add another layer of flavor, we are simply going to grind this one up into ground beef and cook it in our pot here. And we're going to grind it right into the pot. Beautiful. On the heat
has
it
a
goes,
meat
we're just gonna
grinder.
brown this up. Basically what we're trying to do is brown this beef, get a nice fond on the bottom of the pot, and get another version of the Maillard reaction that's going to be a little bit different than the smoke from
Are
the
you
Chud
trying to
box or the
share,
offset,
Helix?
and give us a
Let's
much
talk
more
about it.
Deep-flavored chili. Make sure you don't have any big old chunks in there. Speaking of the other two meats, here they are, nice and chilled. This is the Chud boxed chuck roast.
I literally
Smelling
like- okay,
delicious.
so I
And
like-
we've got the
when I went
classic
to Stone
offset
Age,
smoked brisket.
Because like it's the
Beautiful
only
on there.
Korean
And we're
barbecue
gonna just
place
chunk these
that
up.
we have
This is a
that I
great
pay
thing to do if
attention
you're
to
really new
in
to
this
barbecue
city.
because this is all going into
I literally
chili. So
said
you
I
could've
wanna
cooked
take a
this for
table
10
home
minutes,
with
you could've
me,
cooked it for
alright?
3 hours. Could have cooked it all night long if you
Literally.
wanted to because it's all going to get
Just wanna take a
rehydrated
table
and
home.
broken down anyway. So it's a good time to get to know your pit. And we're going to do the same thing.
I got
for this
you. I'll just
brisket.
type it to
Well, you
you.
don't buy select brisket. Very dry looking. Chunk it up, chunk it up. And there
That's
we
what it's called. That's
go.
what the channel
Big
is
old
called.
pile of meat. As you can see, all the fat has rendered out of this meat, and it is
Of
starting
course,
to
of
cook,
course.
crumbling up nicely, and we've got that beautiful fond on the bottom. That's really what we're going for. That's a whole bunch of flavor right there. So now we're gonna go in and deglaze it with some of our beef stock. Get in there, scrape the bottom, get all that good stuff up. Fond successfully deglazed. Now that our ground beef is done cooking away, we're gonna go in with all the rest of our meat. And then, you guessed it, in with our chili puree. And we're just gonna let this cook down, simmer down until everything kind of breaks down and everything is heated through again. It's starting to smell real nice. to make sure nothing over reduces, we're also gonna go in with a little bit more of our beef stock. When it comes to recipes like chili or soup or stews or things like this, you never want to follow a recipe exactly. It's more about making it taste good to you. However spicy or cuminy or whatever flavors you like.
You just literally dumped a bunch of peppers in there respectfully. Alright? I don't think it's bad.
Of exact ingredients for this chili recipe. But again, it's
Do it
mostly
again.
about feel and tasting.
That sauce was really red, by the way. Like, I kind of messed with it.
Like it. That being
Like-
said, let's add some seasonings. All right, as for chili spices going in,
Could I take that paste, right, and do like some wings with it? Because it looked kind of good.
Some cumin in there. I'm gonna go into some granulated onion. We're going with some chili powder just to make sure.
Have some pepper wings, dude. Peppered
I like
wings.
to put
What?
a little dash of coriander
Chili wings?
in there too for those nice floral notes. Going with some garlic powder as well. And how about a little dash of mustard powder?
You said he's not the guy?
Sounds good to me.
Spy
Get
Kids,
this all
he's not
mixed
the
up,
guy?
Let those spices hydrate, give it a taste, and adjust. After tasting and adjusting for seasoning, now I'm looking at the texture. And this is looking real nice, pretty hearty, real meaty. A little too chunky for my taste, so I'm going to go in with a little bit more of our beef
No,
stock
I mean, like,
just
it's
to kinda
beautiful the
loosen
way
up
it
a
is,
bit.
kind
But
of.
it's
Why
up
are
to
you putting more
how
jello
thick
in
and
there?
How chunky you like it. And lastly, one final step to make this chili nice and smooth. We're gonna go in with the immersion blender and just make everything nice and cohesive. Break up all the big chunks. And depending on how much you do this will really determine the final result of your chili. As you blend it up, it's gonna thicken up a bit as all those meat fibers kind of separate. So you may have to add some water as you're going, or more stock if you
I
got
get
it.
it, though.
And that's looking pretty good to me. Time to give it a little tasty taste here. Make sure everything's where it needs to be. Very beefy. I'm gonna go in with a little bit more cumin, a little bit more chili powder, a little bit more salt.
Does that look
a little bit more of
disgusted?
that
I hate that he
savory
put that
onion
blender in that
powder.
pot. That's literally it. I bet it doesn't
Alright,
taste bad at
and
all.
There we have it, folks. A beautiful, meaty,
That looks like
delicious,
chili dog
salty,
chili, dude. Real
Texas-style
talk.
red chili.
That literally looks like chili dog chili. That's just not chunky. You know what I mean? It's not the food itself that was bothering me.
Ladies
It
and
was the
gentlemen,
fact that he
let
was
me
literally
introduce
shoving
you
a
to
blender in
the
that
Frito
pot.
pie.
I was so, ugh.
Ooh.
I respect that he's singing right now, though.
Gotta have a
look
little
kinda
salsa
cool.
verde on there, folks. Same one from the barbacoa video. And some crema. Cause why not?
Cause
Couple
why
of
not?
pickled jalapenos for good measure. Done! As delicious as that may be, it seems a little too classy.
Classy.
That's looking better.
I'm a classic
Ooh,
man.
Yeah. Now we're talking. Gotta have the melty cheese, folks. And a Frito pie without onions.
What?
Honestly, it's not the same. Oh, yes. Yes, please. Doop. Doop.
Okay.
Perfect.
True, it's not meant to be like. No, that's
Nice
actually not
fresh
true at
pile
all.
of wood.
There's plenty of
Ooh.
chilies, right? That are chunky, okay? Do not do this right now, alright?
I'm gonna tell you a little story. And this
Not all
story
chilies
starts off, this 3-week-old
Are
little
soups
baby
that you can just
was
fully
pregnant
drink
and
without
perfect
chewing.
inside of
I
the
like to
bath.
chew my chili. I'm gonna be
When he
real.
got his son undressed and ready to take a bath. He saw that his son was
I like to
broken
make
out
my chili,
in a
right?
head-to-toe
And if I put it with a dog or
Looked like his son
something,
was
you know,
scalded in hot water.
like with
And he received
a
call
brat,
from a family member
you know
that
what I
changed
mean?
his life forever.
Or a polar
When he
sausage
asked
or
the question,
something. I like to chew my chili and my hot dog.
You don't say.
That's crazy.
Hey, you want a Frito pie? Yeah. Fork for you.
Hey,
Grab yourself a pie, bud.
gosh.
That looks fire though. I'm not gonna lie.
Rodeo.
Oh, man.
This really is my favorite fair food, for sure.
It's perfect on a nice cold
You
day.
said from the
Definitely.
W place.
These
Elaborate.
cold Texas nights.
Mm-hmm.
I will say though, pro tip about Frito pies: before you indulge, scope
So you
out
mean
the
like
bathroom
soupy
sitch.
in a sense that like
You never know when it's gonna strike.
Maybe pop an emoji.
like soupy
You can
as
get
in
sponsored
like
by them.
everything in it was
Yeah.
like
Bradley, this chili
was
is
like smooth, like you couldn't
on
like you
point.
couldn't bite any of it.
perfect amount of spice.
Pretty convenient in the bag, too. It's nice because it's also warming your hands.
A delicious
Like there was
mess.
like there weren't like any
Yeah, it
like
really makes
chunks of
sense.
like meat or
growing up, I
anything,
was
and like you
why do
couldn't
they
take a
call it
spoon and like
chili?
chew.
Because eat
You
it
could
when
only
it's
like
chili?
sip on it,
And I
kind
came
of.
down here and someone's like, it's 'cause
There's
it's
a
made with
soupy.
chilies. Oh.
Growing up in New
It's
Hampshire,
time.
chilies are not a prominent.
All I'm saying is
thing
that
of
she was in
cooking.
Alabama at one point.
Does it call
I'm
it the
just
walking
throwing that
taco?
out there. It doesn't
I think
mean
that's what
much.
they call it, yeah.
I mean, they got the walking part right. Not quite as
But I'm telling you right
I
now.
was very intrigued
alright?
the first time I saw someone eating this.
Chili is
Texas
not
chicken
bad
Fritos
with some
a
chunks in
fork.
it.
Yeah, I was like, man, you can just use your hands, and I was like,
Oh,
wow,
the only
there's some
thing
chili in
was is
there.
that he
Best part is,
put the
too, is
Wonder
Fritos
Wand
kinda
inside of that pot.
lose a
That's the
tiny
only
bit of
thing
the
that ever
crunch,
got
too,
to
so
me
you
about
get
that
the nice
situation.
little-
I don't mind that chili soup.
Softer, little softer taste there. Hell yeah.
Well, they have.
Spicy jalapeno.
The best trashy dish.
I was literally just gonna say it seems so trashy, but it makes sense. It's all you need, right?
Yeah.
No need to waste another bowl that I have to now clean.
Convenient and delicious.
You can always just roll it up and put it in your pocket. Have a little pocket pie. It freezes pretty well if you put it in a Ziploc bag or something.
Oh, hell
Go
yeah.
ahead and put
Well, I
that
didn't plan on eating this whole thing. It's incredibly beefy.
SHEL. There you go. You got it.
Pie.
Yeah, let's
Even
just
I
knock
can
one of the
misspell it
different-
too. It's time.
All right, y'all, and that is
But
it.
then
That is
again,
how I make Texas
course I'd
style
misspell it.
beef chili. And you don't have to go all out and make your own beef stock, cook your meat 3 different ways. You can make it as easy or as complex as you like, and it always comes out tasting delicious. That being said, if you enjoyed this video, please hit that subscribe button. It helps me out so much. Head over to chudsbbq.com for all inquiries, wait lists, all that good stuff. Drop me a comment down below to let me know what you want to see me cook
Ham
next. If you did give
grenades.
this a try, be sure to post it on Instagram. Give me a tag at chudsbbq.
I just want you to know that it's tags like this, right? Okay, look. I can't spell. I'm gonna be real with you, alright? I'm gonna be real with you. Look at this. He called it a ham grenade. That means he can probably pull the bone out and then toss it at you and you can eat it in the sky before it blows up in your mouth. That sounds crazy. My bad. He said, "Oh, Epi, I googled it." Hold on, let me find another one. I'm gonna put on one or two more. What do we like though? Like, what do we? Should we just click it? We gonna click it. Tell me what you guys like. You guys want to see pretzels? Nah, it's over. Do you know how much I like mozzarella sticks, dude?
Our new family
Stop
plan,
it,
the beloved member
because you
of my
can't
family,
stop me
my
right now.
sister-in-law, Robin,
Oh my
live.
gosh.
Thanks, Ryan.
And unlike Big Wire,
Do I watch
any
Food Prep ASMR
What's going on,
stuff?
everyone?
Absolutely.
Welcome back to Chud's Barbecue. My name is Brother Robinson, and today
It just kind
I'm
of
going to show you how I
plays
made
though,
these
so I don't really pay attention to
beautiful,
what I'm looking at.
delicious, smoky, cheesy, stretchy mozzarella sticks. That's right, folks.
They're
We're taking Italian
mozzarella.
sauce and
I thought
dropping
that
it
they
on
were
some
just
mozzarella
regular
cheese with some
mozz.
homemade marinara sauce. Coming
I
up.
didn't know that it was actually meat. I don't know how I feel about it anymore, but F it.
This is some meat.
Who's gripping it like that? Relax.
Pie. And what I've got here is some chunks of some pork butt as well as some pork belly, which I conveniently got already cubed up thanks to my lovely local HEB. Always appreciate that. And we should end up with a perfect meat to fat ratio for our Italian sausage, which is what we are making today for our mozzarella sticks. I'm gonna go through and cut up some of these bigger chunks just because we need to make sure they fit down the old meat grinder. And we're going all pork today, but you could obviously do whatever you want. Whatever kind of sausage you want to wrap around a piece of cheese is up to you. Or you can make a beefy Italian sausage. That'd be good. But simply enough, onto this tray we go, and into the freezer we go, because we need these nice and cold to ensure we get a beautiful, clean grind. Spices for our sausage include some kosher salt, granulated garlic, some Italian herbs and seasonings, red chili flakes, freshly ground fennel, some white sugar, some paprika, some coriander, and for some extra color, some dry parsley. Oh, just get it all nice and mixed up. Going with the little guy today. Now that our meat is nice and cold, through the grinder we go. Beautiful. In we go with our spices.
Every time I
love a
see
small
somebody
batch of
put
sausage
something in
where
the
I can
meat
actually
grinder,
use
though,
this
you know
thing
what I
to get it all
mean?
mixed up. Makes life way easier. And now in with our liquid, which today is just some water.
You said a clean grinder is what?
Beautiful. Once this is nice and tacky and nice and sticky, out of the
Word.
mixer it comes.
Okay.
Oh yeah, nice and
Lita.
sticky, which is what we want. Make sure all those spices are evenly distributed, and we've got enough protein extraction to get a really good bond on this sausage because, as you may have noticed, we're not using any binders or anything like that, or pink salt, because we're not casing this, nor are we cold smoking it. But what I am going to do is pop this in my fridge overnight. And that's because right now this sausage is super sticky and super tacky,
Know what
which
I mean?
means if we
Random
tried to wrap
comment.
it around our cheese, it would stick to our hands, it would be a nightmare. But by letting it rest overnight, all those proteins will rebond, and this one will be a lot more cohesive and easier to form, and it allows time for all those spices to hydrate and that salt to penetrate the meat, giving us a better
Random
product
comment,
overall.
though.
So, I will see
Alright.
y'all tomorrow. Now that our sausage has
Real
rested
talk,
overnight,
okay?
let's talk about cheese.
I
Now,
heard
whenever
that
you're making
grinding
pizza, chicken
is a little
parm, or
different
mozzarella sticks, what
in
you're
a
looking
lot of
for is
different
low
places,
moisture mozzarella.
alright?
That's what's going to give you the best meltability and the best stretch. But most of the mozzarella you're going to find
heard
in your
there's
grocery
levels
store
to
is
the
made with
grinding.
skim milk, meaning it's got less fat and therefore less flavor and less stretchability. So whenever possible, if you can find it, whole milk, full fat, low moisture mozzarella is what you're looking for. And in my grocery store, I found some of this stuff. String cheese made with whole milk. And I was fully prepared to use this because it's already in stick form, which is very convenient. But then I walked by the deli section of my grocery store and I found some of this. This is boar's head whole milk, low moisture mozzarella that has been crusted with herbs on the outside, which I think is going to be great because mozzarella really doesn't have all that much flavor. So having these nice Italian herbs on the outside is going to be wonderful. And lucky for me, I got the two end pieces of the loaf, meaning these are fully crusted on one side, which is going to be delicious. Looking tasty. And the nice part about cutting it
That does look
yourself, you
kinda
can make
cool,
these as thick as you like. Smelling good. This end guy, ooh, that's gonna be a tasty one. Might make these a little bit more narrow. Looking
That's
good
a
to me.
lot of, like,
Let's
you
wrap
know
them
what I
up.
mean, though?
Simply enough, we're gonna grab some of our spicy Italian
That's why he
sausage,
grinded it. I'm
flatten
so
that out a
dumb.
little bit. We're just gonna try and wrap these up. And I don't want to make these too gigantic with too much sausage.
I just want
but
you
I also
guys
want
to
to make
see-
sure
you guys
that
see
they are
that fly
completely
hovering around the
covered
camera?
to at least
Like,
try
I
and minimize cheese leakage
beat
on
the
the
crap
smoker.
out of that fly
But
right
not
now,
much
if I
to
were
it.
over
Just
there.
gonna get it nice and
Be
fully
completely honest with you.
encased in our Italian sausage. Just like that. And that is looking pretty good to me. Let's repeat. Doesn't take as much sausage as you'd expect. When I was in the string cheese section, they sell string cheese and sausage combo packs, and I almost got one of those. Wrap a Slim Jim in sausage, sausage wrapped sausage. That's too much.
That sounds
But as
kinda
always,
fire,
you know,
though.
this
I'm not gonna
technique would
lie,
work
some
with any
sausage-wrapped
sausage
sausage.
cheese
Let's talk
combo.
about
Some
it.
sticks of cheddar,
Maybe?
pepper jack would be fun to play around with. It's like a little meat torpedo. Isn't there a Spinal Tap song about that? Love it. Ooh, you know what'd be good? If you just made some meatloaf balls with little cubes, little cheese stuffed meatballs. Sounds good to me. And just like that, our beautiful little mozzarella sticks are all wrapped up. But just to
Hey,
finish them
yo.
off, I'm gonna hit the tops with a little bit of black pepper, as well as a shake of some Italian herbs. Just make them look a little bit prettier, add a little more flavor. Beautiful. Next
You know what
up,
I
let's make a
mean?
marinara dipping sauce.
Hey, this is a man of
Ramen
culture
that's
right
healthy,
here. All right.
wholesome, and jam-packed with life-sustaining protein. No, it's not magic. It's the special cooking technique we use that eliminates the need for deep frying, preserving the authentic flavor without adding
Stop
any
it.
extra fat.
Hey, look, this music kind of
Starting with a nice healthy glug of some olive oil, followed by 1/2 of one onion that I
said I
sliced
did
really
too
thinly
much,
on the
I'm sorry.
mandolin. Mostly because I really didn't feel like chopping an onion. And also when they're sliced this thin, they're gonna fry up really quick and just kind of dissolve into the sauce when all things are cooking away. We'll let these cook down for just a minute or two before going in with some very thinly sliced garlic. Again, did this on the mandolin.
Okay,
for the
wait,
same
wait.
reasons.
All right, wait, he
Just
did that
get
thing
those
again.
nice
Hold on,
and
whoa,
cooked
whoa,
down.
whoa,
We're not
whoa.
really trying to brown them. Next up.
Look at it. Look at it. What the heck is that? What is that? Real talk. All right, so you see that little thing that he put his hand on? He has his hands on it, right? And he sits it on the table, and then
Let's
he
make
puts a
marinara
pan on
dipping
top
sauce.
of it. But what the heck
Starting
is that?
with a nice healthy glug of some olive oil, followed by 1/2 of
Why
one
is that
onion that I
hot?
sliced really thinly on the mandolin.
It gets hot.
Mostly because I
What is
really didn't
that?
feel like chopping
Put
an
me
onion.
on.
And also when they're sliced
Are you
this thin, they're
telling
gonna
me
fry up really quick.
That I can put one of those on my desk right now, right? Put my camera down, like if I get my camera and I hit one of these angles, all right, and then excuse my stomach, but if I move my keyboard and I put one of those little thingies, the little packlets on my desk, and then I stick a pan on top of it, you know what I'm saying? I can pan it up and it gets hot. Like what? Are you jokes with me? What is that? That looks clean.
quick and just kind of dissolve into the sauce.
He doesn't even need a stove.
We'll let these cook down for just a minute or two.
How did he do that?
With some very thinly sliced garlic. Again, did this on the mandolin for the same reasons. And just get those nice and cooked down. We're not really trying to brown them or anything. Just trying to cook out some of the water and soften them up a little bit. That has got to be one of the best smells in the world. At this point, we're going to go in with a big fat pinch of salt, a nice healthy pinch of some red chili flakes, some dry oregano. I'm going to throw in a couple
of oven? Okay, wait, hold on. So you telling me, right? We're gonna go back one more time because I want to make sure that it's like. All right, so hold on, wait. So like he went back. We're gonna go back right here, right?
Next.
Hold on. His hands are on it. It wasn't. What? He could have done it on the grill too, but he put it down. He put it down with his hands on it. So you're saying that for the sake of the camera, he put it back on the thing and then placed it back on the table and then put the pan on top of it? How are his hands on it right now? And then he put a pan on top of it. Let me do this.
A little more flavor.
I'm tripping. I might be tripping. I'm sorry.
Let's make a marinara dipping sauce.
It was a cut right there. It's an edit cut right there.
Nice healthy glug of some olive oil, followed by 1/2 of one onion that I sliced really thinly on the mandolin.
That's why I'm freaking out.
Mostly because I really didn't feel like chopping an onion.
That's why I'm freaking out,
and also when they slice this thin, they're gonna fry up really quick.
I'm trying to figure out
just kind of dissolve into
how
the
he
sauce
just magically has this thing hot.
We'll let these cook down for just a minute or two before going in with some very thinly sliced garlic. Again, did this on the mandolin
just doing
for the same
some mean
reasons.
cuts.
And just get those nice and cooked
He's
down.
like,
We're not really trying to brown them or anything. Just trying to cook out some of the water and soften them up a little bit.
Now we're
going to be one of the best smells in the world. At this point, we're going to go in with a big fat pinch of salt, a nice healthy pinch of some red chili flakes, some dry oregano, and I'm going to throw in a couple of anchovies too. Why not? Add a little extra umami, a little extra funk. Let those spices and anchovies toast for a couple of seconds. And now in we go with some San Marzano tomatoes. I'm going with the whole tomatoes today, but you could do crushed or pureed, up to you. Also going to go in with a little bit of water, just so we can let this thing reduce down a little bit without having to worry about it burning. Followed by some fresh basil, some Parmesan rind, so that goes in as well. And I had about this much parsley in my fridge that I didn't know what to do with, so in that goes as well. We're just going to let this simmer down for the next 30, 45 minutes or so, let all these flavors come together, let it reduce down a little bit, breaking up these tomatoes as we go. And just like that, our sauce is beautifully reduced, and now I'm going to go in with the old immersion blender and just make sure everything is broken up, all those tomatoes are broken down, and everything is nice and cohesive. Looking beautiful. And I forgot to mention, I did pull the basil and Parmesan cheese rind out of here before I started blending.
Dude.
Oh, smelling so good, folks. But be sure to taste it once it cools down a little bit and adjust any herbs or seasoning as you see fit.
Put anchovies in there. I want it. I need to learn some of these grilling techniques. What the heck is that chimney? He threw the wood in there too.
I'm going to keep these on the sheet tray because I am 90% sure that these are going to start leaking out cheese at some point, and cleaning stringy mozzarella out of your smoker is a pain in the butt. I got this pit fired up to around 300, 325. We're cooking these hot and fast today, and we will check back in probably about 45 minutes to an hour. Just about 1 hour later, and our beautiful mozzarella sticks are done. As you can see, we had some leakage, which was to be expected. This is the one that I've been temp probing, and it's reading around 170 internal, so I know the cheese is nice and gooey, and all this pork is sufficiently cooked, but yeah, this one leaked out a lot, this one did as well, but these two held on pretty strong. We're gonna let these cool down for a little bit, and then we'll dive on in. All right, y'all, I can't wait any longer. I think it's time to dive into these mozzarella sticks and see how they came out.
They look kind of crazy to me, dude.
Juicy. Oh, goodness. Oh my goodness, that is just ridiculous, folks. Gooey factor is definitely there. But yes, I would say that was a successful cook. Beautiful Italian sausage stuffed with mozzarella cheese. Oh, gotta love that. Let's look at that molten goo. Love
See, I'm not like
it.
I'm not really a meat and cheese kind of dude unless you're talking like a cheeseburger or something, which technically means I'm a meat and cheese
Italian sausage, homemade marinara. I gotta dive in. And that's why you want to get the proper mozzarella cheese. Look at this string pull on that. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh, that's phenomenal.
I could have just did one
so
or the other.
So much herb flavor going on with the basil and all the Italian herbs on the outside. That Italian sausage just would be fine on its own. But the fact that it's full of melty cheese just makes it that much better. That was a great little snack. I gotta say, I'm pretty impressed with how these came out. You know, it seems kind of like a gimmicky idea, but to actually see it and taste it, like, what's not to like about that, folks? Come on. Ooh,
It doesn't
that's
look
just
bad.
impressive.
The end
We
result
need to get
doesn't
another
look
person
bad.
out
It's just
here
knowing
with
that
the old
that's
twirl,
meat,
shall
it
we?
just throws me off.
Yeah.
I love meat.
There we go.
You know?
Little dip on our marinara.
Not
Good
meaning
looking
that in a
bite to
weird
me.
way.
That is so good. The texture of that sausage is perfect.
out
I
there in
think
the
the
middle of
cheese
the
to
night,
meat
like,
ratio is good.
anything
You know,
can
it's
pull
not
up on
too
him
thick,
right now.
too much sausage
In
on
the
the outside.
darkness.
Although right now, I'm regretting not wrapping a couple of pepperonis around these pieces of cheese, because then we'd have pizza sticks on our hands. And what doesn't sound good about that? This marinara sauce is fantastic, by the way. That is just an
I want to see him
explosion
make
of
a
flavor.
grilled pizza.
All in all, this
He's
is a perfect
basically
little
making a
appetizer
bunch of
and a
stuff.
great thing
I
to
want to
bring
see
to
him make a
football
grilled
game. Bring a
pizza,
bunch
dude.
of these guys.
Might
Tell you
as
about
well.
mozzarella sticks to the party. Yes, please. Definitely keeping this recipe around, folks. And you could even slice them up for little barbecue butthole number 2. That is so good.
Barbecue
Dip, dip,
butthole,
dip.
he called it.
The crust on that
This is
sausage
why I'm not a meat
phenomenal.
cheese
What's wrong with that?
guy.
You got to give this one a try, especially if you don't make your own Italian sausage. Get yourself some string cheese and some Italian
Listen,
sausage
yeah.
in a tube. You could whip these up so quick. Toss them on the smoker, put them on the grill, put it on the old mini chud box. There's no wrong way to cook them. But without further ado, I think it's time for the official taste test. All right, Sean, that is it. That is how to make some absolutely incredible mozzarella sticks. I highly recommend
Dude, he is feeding his dog everything in the book that he puts inside of that grill. Like, I respect it. If I could, I would treat my dog the same way. Like, I would feed him up. But that's insane, guy. His favorite drunk food. Why are you making food when you're drunk, bro? But you know what? I respect it. Yeah, he gave him a mozzarella piece.
official taste test.
See?
All right, Sean, that is it.
He held it by the cheese, and then the dog went up like, ugh. And he started making sounds at the dogs. He said dogs can't have onions. They cannot. They actually cannot. Was there onions in the meat? I know that there was onions in the marinara sauce. I don't think the dog got the marinara sauce. But if there's onions in the meat, then yeah, it's over. That dog living. Look, he been feeding that dog a lot of stuff. That dog living, bro. I don't know how. That dog living. Probably just got bad boo boo. He got the rumbles, man.
Meet Litter Robot, the revolutionary
All right, we're gonna watch this
self-cleaning
last
litter box.
Welcome back to the Weber Kettle series, brought to you by Fogo
Watch this
Charcoal
last
here on
one, you know what I
Chud's
mean?
Barbecue, everybody. My name is Bradley Robinson, and today we're making some cheesy, scratch-made chopped cheese sandwiches on the Weber Kettle. Coming up!
On the Weber Kettle.
This is some meat!
Thank you for telling me. You know, I don't have a drunk
What
food.
I've got here is roughly equal
Like, I
parts
think-
of chuck, boneless short
I
rib,
think
and
the closest thing to me finding out what my drunk food was like, it has to be a potato of some sort. Because it was one time, a lot of times when I drink, I don't drink to get drunk. I end up drinking and I end up tipsy, and then I'll just stop and kind of chill out. Not that I'm afraid to get drunk, but I just don't find, like, I'm not in a situation where I end up getting, like, there. So, like, I end up getting, like, tater tots or something. Like, tater tots have been, like, you know what I mean? I could probably do, like, mozzarella sticks. Not mozzarella. Just some mozzarella. But I think I've mainly just had, like, tater tots or something random like that. You know what I mean? So one time I had at the cocktail joints, the little cocktail wiener
brisket,
joints.
which is a pretty
So it's
classic
kinda cool,
combination
too.
for burger grind. Because ground beef
But
is
I
step number
found-
one to making a great chopped cheese sandwich.
But
And
I
if you're
found that
familiar with the
tater
chopped
tots were
cheese,
kinda
it's
hidden
essentially all the
whenever
elements of a
I was sipping
cheeseburger
on
prepared and served in the style of a
yeah.
Philly cheesesteak. And I apologize to all the New Yorkers for comparing it to a Philly cheesesteak. I know
Best
that's a
of both
touchy
worlds?
subject,
Oh, yeah.
but this is a classic sandwich that you're going to find at a lot
Not
of New York
fries,
City
though. I don't
bodegas
like
that has
fries.
really been blowing up in popularity
It can't be
over the
fried.
last few
That's
years.
like the
And for
one
good
potato.
reason. It
I
is
can't do-
absolutely
I don't like
fantastic
fries.
and one of my
I like
go-to
taters
late
outside.
night snacks.
Kids in a blanket? That's kind of cool too.
Now, simply enough, through the grinder we go. I've got the small millimeter die on this meat grinder here, and we're just gonna pass it through once.
You can pass that through more than
Next
once.
up, we're gonna form these into some burgers. I'm going with 6 ounces today. Definitely not necessary to turn these into actual burgers, but you know, whenever I'm busting out the meat grinder to make ground beef, especially if I'm using all 3 cuts like this, I like to
You
make
see
a
how he
lot,
put-
because then
he
I can
has,
form
like, the
these
little
into
paper
individual
joints.
burgers that I can then pop into my fridge or
That
vacuum
looks
in 4
so
packs and pop
good,
into the
and it
freezer
looks
for
like
a quick
such
and easy
smart
burger
tool
night.
to have.
Beautiful. And obviously you don't have to grind your own meat and turn it into burger form. You know, you
That's
can easily
fire.
grab some ground beef from the grocery store and just throw it down on the skillet. But
He
this
can
is how they do it in
pre-season
Harlem,
before
so that's
he
how we're
pats
gonna
them
do it
out
today.
too. Like that's
The
so
bread of
smart.
choice for the chopped cheese sandwich is a New York City style hero roll, which is basically a soft, squishy white sub roll that's still got some good strength to it to hold up to all the cheese and grease and goo that we're going to be putting on it later. And to make them is super simple. Starting with a mixture of some milk and some water that has been warmed up to about 110 degrees.
They're
Now we're
not
going to
the
go in with
same
our
people,
sugar.
Helix,
Oh yeah,
but he
get that all
kinda
nice and
reminds me of
dissolved.
Mammoth sometimes.
1 whole egg.
When he talks,
that all nice and beaten up. Our oil.
When he
and our
talks,
yeast.
he
Give that
reminds
one
me of
final
Mammoth.
mix and make sure this yeast is live by letting
I
it
don't
sit
know
for
if
about
you-
10
I don't know
minutes
if
until
you've
it's
ever felt
nice
that
and
way.
fluffy and puffy. Into our
But he
stand
kinda
mixer, we're
sounds
going in
like
with some
Mammoth to me
bread
every now and again when he
flour,
talks.
some kosher salt, and some dough conditioner. Give that a light little mix. And then in we
I
go
don't
with
know
all this
why. I
stuff.
just feel like this should be Mammoth.
We're gonna let that knead for a solid 10 to 12 minutes. Oh, looking beautiful.
I haven't played with Mammoth in a while.
And what we're left with is a beautiful, nice, soft, supple ball. Shouldn't be too sticky or anything like that. Love it. Into a grease bowl this goes to double in size for the next hour or so.
That man's
1
freaking
hour
Pam.
later, our dough's looking beautiful. Boop. Just gonna punch all the air out of it. And we're gonna
He does
divide
what
this
I
into
do.
4 equal
I like it.
pieces. Once these have been stretched out into some nice little rectangles, we're gonna go ahead and roll these up into some nice, tight, little
Look at all
loaf-shaped
these
logs.
flies, like,
Make sure to
get
pinch
away.
that bottom real nice. Like that.
That
Give it
man's
a nice
straight
little
Pam,
roll.
dude.
And then on
Tell
a
me
baking
that
sheet, we're
this
gonna go
little
down with a
spray can
nice
wasn't
dusting
Pam.
of some
Hold on.
cornmeal. And we're gonna
We're
lay
doing
our
this
lovely
until
little
we find
dough
this
logs
Pam can,
in
dude.
that. Love it.
Look at that. That guy. That man was spraying some Pam in the pot. He called it a grease bowl. That looks like a can of Pam to me, dude. I'm not even. Let me see.
And what we're left with is a beautiful, nice, soft, supple ball. Shouldn't be too sticky or anything like that. Love it. Into a grease bowl this goes to double in size for the next hour or so. 1 hour later, our dough is looking beautiful. Just gonna punch all the air out of it.
nothing
And
wrong
we're gonna
with
divide
some
this into
Pam,
4
man.
equal pieces. Lovely little dough logs in a neat little row. I'm gonna let these rise for about another 45 minutes. Toppings on a chopped cheese sandwich are pretty unanimous across
don't
the
see
board.
that
You got
all.
ketchup, mayonnaise,
cool.
shredded lettuce, sliced tomato, sauteed onions, American cheese, and sometimes hot sauce, depending on who you ask. So let's get all that together, shall we? Starting with ketchup. As much as I love making everything from scratch, I do not plan on making ketchup today. And I'm gonna go
I
with some
have that in my house, but they're like the little, they're the little packets. They're the little packets. I don't see those. You know, I've never seen the whole bottle before. I didn't know they had bottles of those. That's clean.
Whataburger spicy ketchup. That is my favorite
They
ketchup.
built the
That's all the
Whataburger
ketchup I
down
keep
the
in my
road,
house.
like-
And because hot sauce is somewhat debated, I figured
Is that an
spicy
air
ketchup
bubble?
is the way to go.
Oh
And no, I don't plan
no!
on making my own ketchup. You know I'm making my own mayonnaise. Starting with 1 egg, about a tablespoon of some Dijon, similar
forgot that he
amount
makes his
of
own
some
mayonnaise.
white vinegar, some fresh lemon juice, big fat pinch of salt, and a cup
I
of
don't
some
know
neutral
what.
oil.
I'm
and
actually
then we
not
go
sure.
with our immersion blender.
Some people do like it's like habanero ketchup, but
And
like
just like
habanero
that,
ketchup's
some
a little
beautiful
darker than regular
homemade
ketchup.
creamy
That looked
mayonnaise.
like regular color
One's
ketchup.
looking nice and fluffy. We're gonna go ahead and hit these with a bit of an egg
It could be lighting,
wash.
though.
Oh yes, please. And finally, with the razor blade, we're gonna go and give them a nice 1/4 inch score all the way down. Oh,
Hey,
that
that
is
looks kinda cool,
satisfying.
respect.
Into a 425-degree oven these go for the next little bit
See, look
until
at the
they are
fly!
looking
I would've-
beautiful.
oh, I
Gotta
would've
say,
fought that
folks,
fly.
these are some lovely looking rolls,
would've
and as you
swung.
can tell, as soon as they
Did
came out of the oven, I
everything
hit
I
them with a
could
nice coating of some
to deal
butter
with
to make
that
sure they're
fly.
nice and soft, and they're feeling real nice, looking nice and fluffy. Let's let these cool down.
See, and I'm telling you right now, he's cutting these onions up real nice, like, and that dog's gonna get a piece of it. That dog is living, man. Hey, what if that? And now this is a little dark joke here. I don't mean to be that dark about it. But what if there's a different dog that pops up? Just want to throw out there. That's crazy. But what if? You know what I mean? He's going nuts right now. Like, did I ask? Hey,
Now, according to Babish, who
yo!
lives in New York City and frequents bodegas,
Is it-
he
is
says
that
that a lot of
like-
chopped cheese sandwiches are
that-
seasoned
was
with
that salt
adobo
and
seasoning,
pepper?
which is
Do
kind of an
you-
all-purpose seasoning.
Is this salt and pepper? Or is it just salt? No, it's pepper. It's salt and pepper. I think this is salt and pepper.
Now, according to
I've never seen somebody salt and pepper tomatoes after slicing them. Because I don't do tomatoes. I don't like tomatoes now. It's weird. I think I'm allergic to them. I'll be real with you.
Babish, who lives in New York
I
City
get like
and
a
frequents
weird
bodegas. He says that a lot of chopped cheese sandwiches are seasoned with adobo seasoning, which is kind of an all-purpose seasoning made of a lot of spices that you probably already have in your cabinet. Let's make some. Starting with some kosher salt and some black pepper, granulated garlic, granulated onion, some paprika, chili powder, turmeric, oregano, and some cumin. Give that a nice little mixy mix. And our seasoning is ready. At long last, with everything finally assembled, I think it's time to fire up the pit.
I literally wanna know, right?
Hey.
Why he keeps pulling that out.
Got someplace to be? Yeah. What, not happy to see me? What, no love for Nachi? No, I'm late.
What is that for? Is that just to pre-cook the charcoal?
So I've got my cast
having
iron
the
insert
charcoal
on top of the slow and
grill?
sear full of coals inside of my Weber kettle right now. It's the very same cast iron pan that I've been using as my drip tray / airflow regulator for the last 6 months. And I think that's gonna work out great, because at a bodega, you know, they're cooking these chopped cheeses on the same griddle that they're cooking bacon and eggs and all sorts of good stuff on. So seeing how this thing has been...
You said he's pulling something out? What? No, it's this thing right here. What's that? He always pulls this out, and then he'll either throw charcoal into the side of this part right here, or he'll throw charcoal in there, and he'll light it. Is this a charcoal / wood starter? This part? Oh, it's easier to start it in the little. Okay. It makes it like. So, like, it makes it ready to cook faster? Like, it makes the charcoal ready to heat faster or something? If that's the case, that's smart to have. I've just never seen it before. It looks crazy to me.
So I've got my cast iron insert on top of the slow and sear full of coals inside of my Weber kettle right now. It's the very same cast iron pan that I've been using as my drip tray / airflow regulator for the last 6 months. And I think that's gonna work out great, because at a bodega, you know, they're cooking these chopped cheeses on the same griddle that they're cooking bacon and eggs and all sorts of good stuff on. So seeing how this thing has been collecting brisket and pork and all sorts of good drippings over the last few months means it's gonna taste extra good. But because it is so hot, this chopped cheese is gonna come together real quick. So let's go ahead and make sure we've got everything else ready. Starting with these beautiful hero rolls. I mean, just look at that, folks.
That
Come on,
good,
it's so light and fluffy. Just get this thing split open.
True.
Ooh, so soft, so fluffy. Gotta love
so
that.
good.
But because this is such a messy sandwich, we're gonna go ahead and toast this off for a little more structural integrity. Hit this with a little bit of melted butter, and I'm gonna pop it into my oven, which is still hot. Beautiful. Next up, a nice healthy schmear of some mayonnaise on the bottom bun, as well as our ketchup on the top.
So
Beautiful. Let's get these burgers cooked off. And now that our cast iron is nice and ripping hot, on we go with our 2 beautiful fresh ground patties. Just gonna let those get nice and crusty for a couple of minutes, kind of like a smash burger. And while we wait, we'll go ahead and hit them with some of our seasoning. I'm just gonna go heavy on one side here. That smells lovely. It's also at this time we can go on with some of our onions. Just kind of surround the burgers as much or as little as you see fit. And after a few minutes, we're gonna go ahead and flip these over. Ooh, beautiful crust. And then we commence chopping.
Oh, he's not even, okay.
Getting all the burger and the onion mixed up together.
See, I haven't seen it like that.
Doesn't take long, folks. I gotta say, this is the first time I've ever used this cast iron for cooking, and it is awesome. And once everything is nicely browned up and those onions are nicely cooked down, we're gonna head towards the flat side of this thing and get this all lined up, which is conveniently the cool side of this griddle. And now we go on with our cheese, which is, of course, always American cheese. But I just so happen to have a couple of slices of some homemade sharp cheddar American left over from my Juicy Lucy video. So just let that melt for a minute. Ooh, looking good. And now the tricky part of getting this into the bun. Oh yeah, get that nice and close.
Oh my gosh.
Unfortunately, this is the biggest spatula I have. All right, let's just go for it. Confidence, right?
No.
Woo, that's hot. Ow. This is a big sandwich, folks. Not gonna lie, that could have gone
That's
a
a
lot
lot of
worse.
flies,
but no,
brother.
simply enough. On with the rest of our toppings,
That's a lot of
including
flies,
our lovely
bro.
tomatoes, some of our shreddis,
That
and
does
last
look
but not
so
least,
good,
we
though.
have to
Real
wrap
talk.
this up. That is the secret to any good sandwich in my
It's a
book.
hoagie.
So I've got some sandwich paper down here. I'm just gonna try and wrap this up. Oh yeah, just give it hell.
So you mean
And here it shall
protein,
rest in
kinda.
steam until we're ready to dive in. And there it is, folks, in all its glory, the beautiful chopped cheese sandwich. Honestly, not that appetizing of a cross-section, but you know it's gonna taste great. I mean, what's not to like, folks? Freshly ground
look good,
beef
though.
on
I'm
some
not gonna lie to
homemade
you.
hero rolls full of sauteed onions, American
Extra protein.
cheese, lettuce and
You're
tomato,
not
ketchup,
wrong.
and homemade mayonnaise. Huh, I gotta dive in. I gotta say, folks, I'm pretty excited about this one. I've made a lot of chopped cheeses in my life, but never
no, he
really
might
put this
not
much
feed it to
effort
the dog.
into it. And usually when I do stuff like
You said
this,
you
it
make
comes
it?
out tasting amazing.
Would you make
Look
it?
at that beautiful bun.
You made
nice
this
and
before?
squishy. I'm loving that meat to bread ratio. Let's go ahead and take a bite,
Like
shall
you
we?
made, like you cooked the bread and all that stuff too.
That was phenomenal. I mean, I really don't think I need to do much convincing, folks. It's just a cheeseburger in a different format. Oh,
It is.
Oh my God. That is ridiculous. Ridiculous. Beautifully seasoned. That bun is perfect. Gotta say, you got plenty of that Maillard flavor from all that ground beef, getting super crusty on the griddle.
I want him to make me that burger. I'm not gonna lie.
It's just so cheesy,
Did it with
so
sourdough?
gooey, in the best
Heck
way
yeah.
possible. This is what late drunken nights or early hangover mornings are made of, folks. I tell you what. Oh my God, that is so good.
This
I
man
get it.
spent
I
half
get
a
why
day
this
making
sandwich
that
is
food.
becoming so popular. Damn, you know, sometimes I impress myself. But that is fantastic. So trashy, yet so elevated at the same time, right? It's a big greasy sandwich, but with the homemade bun and the freshly ground beef and the lettuce and the tomato and that adobo seasoning, it really comes together to be quite a lovely bite. Not to mention, if you didn't make your own buns and grind your own beef, this thing comes together in like 30 seconds. It's so quick, so easy, and so good. Oh God.
You know what? I
it's
think I want to
amazing.
make
Truly an amazing sandwich.
Hey,
And I
I
must say,
think
I'm pretty
he's
impressed with how
convincing me.
clean this board still is, considering how much is going on here. You know, that cheese really acts like a glue to hold it all
said,
together.
"Do
That's
it?"
why you don't
I
want to
think
go
I
ahead and
might.
chop your cheese into it. And I was
could
studying
cook
up
that
for
on
this
the
video. I was watching a
stream.
lot of videos
Maybe.
and reading a lot of articles about the chopped cheese. And the New
Don't
Yorkers
hold me to
are
that.
very adamant that this is a completely different thing than a Philly cheesesteak. And I got to agree. Although the components are similar, you know, beef, processed
It
cheese
is.
on a hoagie-esque roll, this is a completely different eating experience. And honestly, I think I like it better than a Philly cheesesteak. Don't tell anyone. So cheesy.
That
And
does
honestly,
hit
I'm much
different,
more
though. Look
likely
at
to
it.
make this than a
I
Philly
would take the
cheesesteak anyway,
tomatoes off,
because,
though.
you know, Phillies are made with ribeyes, or at least a lot of the time they are, and I just can't justify doing that to a beautiful steak, but I've always got ground beef lying around. I've always got a bread of some sort lying around, so throwing
Yeah.
this together is super easy, and I
I'll do
highly recommend
lettuce.
you give it a try. You know it's good when I actually eat
I'll
a
do
lot
lettuce,
of it.
and I'll
That bread
probably
is perfect, the way it's squished up
and
like
I'll
that.
probably
Love
mess
it.
around.
Like I said, I've made this plenty of times before as a late
Probably
night
mess around
drunken
with banana
snack, but
peppers or
usually it's just me in the kitchen grabbing some ground beef, throwing it on whatever bread I have, with whatever cheese I can find. But to actually aim for the authentic version, this is leaps and bounds above any other chopped cheese I've ever made. It's just a damn good sandwich. Oh. But with this last bite, I think we all know what time it is.
I told you.
know, this
I
would
told
be
you
a
he was
good
gonna
thing to
beat the
bring to a
dog.
party.
It
Make
just
a
happens
big,
to be the
long
same
sub, cut little chunkers
doggy.
like that. I'd be your friend. Now I know some of y'all are sitting there thinking, wow, that's just a cheeseburger in a different
thinking,
shape.
why you feeding
or,
that
hey
dog?
buddy, that's a cheeseburger sub. Or, wow, I think I find Bradley
did it.
sexually attractive. But sometimes in life, you just gotta trust me, folks. When done properly,
Maybe
the chopped
it's
cheese
like-
sandwich really
maybe
is
it's
a
like
thing of beauty, and
dog-friendly
I highly
onions or
recommend
something,
giving
you
it
know
a
what
try
I mean?
very soon. With that being said, if you enjoyed this video, let me know by hitting that subscribe button. Let YouTube know by dropping a like on this video. If you give this recipe a try for yourself, be sure to tag me on Instagram at Chud's
Golly,
Barbecue. I'd love to
brother.
see what y'all are cooking. Feel free to
You know what? I think I got you. I subscribe to you. You seem like a cool guy. You know what I mean? You seem like a real cool guy. I think we can go with this one. All right. Abuse indeed. Indeedy. But, yeah, you already know what time it is. It's like 10:30 for me. I've been streaming a little too, you know what I mean? Not as long as, you know, well, it's not as long as I technically planned on streaming today, but it's about an hour longer than what I regularly stream. So, you know, we'll live with it, and then I'll stream Thursday. But it is the end of the stream. All right. I want to say first and foremost, thank every single one of you for pulling up. I appreciate every single one of you. And because you guys chatted with me, you guys deserve a shout out. So I'm gonna go ahead and give you guys a shout out. You know what I mean? We're gonna start all the way up here at the top. There's a few of you guys in here. You know what I mean? So from the top, Alora. You know what I mean? Alora, thank you so much for pulling up. I appreciate you always and forever. All right. Next up, we got Aaron. Aaron, thank you so much for pulling up and leaving, you know what I'm saying, a hi. What's popping, my guy? I hope you're having a great night, and I hope that you do have a good night. Emerald, you know what I mean? You're my prayers, my guy. All right. Do your best. Take care of yourself for from now and forever afterwards, all right? You know what I'm saying? And then thank you for joining the stream. Next up, though, you know what I'm saying? We got Helix in the cut. You know what I'm saying? Animal abuse. But, you know what I'm saying? Thank you for joining the stream, my guy, and I always appreciate you. And then last but not least, we got Lena. Lena, thank you so much for joining. I appreciate you. I see the frog, too. You know what I mean? But thank you guys so much. I appreciate you guys heavy. As I said, I'm gonna be streaming next on Thursday if I'm not dying from tiredness, which I doubt I will by now because I think I'm okay now. Last time I did the first time I did a 24-hour stream, it took like 3 days to recover. But I just needed one day to figure it out. We're all good now, I think. You know what I mean? But yeah, I think we're all good. I think we're all good and we're all ready to handle Thursday. So this VOD will go to YouTube. So, you know, if you guys are interested in, you know, seeing yourselves inside a chat and chatting and, you know what I mean, like saying that there's a video where you were there, all right? Feel free to join my YouTube channel. It is Kuma the Devin as well. It's just some VODs there, nothing crazy. Couple of videos, but you know, it's just some VODs there mainly. But yeah, you know what I mean? Show a little support, and I will support you in however you ask me to. Trust me. So yeah, I guess we'll go ahead and call it a night. I'm gonna throw 2 fingers up. 2 fingers up while we're inside the chat. No matter what you're doing or no matter who you are, mean peace and love. All right, and I wish peace and love to every single one of you. All right, have an amazing night. Oh, Potato was talking in chat. I was like, who the heck is that? But you know what? Potato, thank you for joining the stream. We're gonna switch over here to the ending the ending screen, and at the ending screen, let me throw some fingers up too, maybe. And at the ending screen, I'm gonna ask that the next time I see you guys, go ahead and throw a little bit of food in the chat so we have something to, you know what I mean, talk about. And with that out of the way, everybody have a great night. Peace and love.